I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy! Oh, man!
Nuts. You thought?
And now, your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon!
Well, it's another podcast with the Cowboy, king of entertainment. Guys, I know my buddy said, my buddy Mr. Ermero, he said, how much more of talking about Microsoft Xbox are you going to do? And I aim to cover the news, right? I aim to cover things that interest me. I aim to cover some things that interest you guys. Now, the thing is, I like to have a platform where I could simply say, hey, if you want to talk about something, let's say you don't have your own channel, come to my channel, right? I like to be the bridge between the viewers and the content creators. So if you guys want to have a voice, you want to talk, jump on, right? Come on. Now, there are times like last week where on Thursday I was going to do a Let's Play Together Thursday, and everybody said, bro, you got to discuss the Microsoft thing. You got to. So I said, you know what? I guess I got to. So I'm saying that to say this. There's stuff like the Xbox stuff that I really don't care about that much. But the guys who's been following me, they do care about that. And it's typical stuff for us to talk about. And that's why we'll be discussing it again today, because there's new information in this whole drama, right? It's kind of like when I was getting out of Stadia and people said, you can't do that. You got people that have been watching you because of Stadia. So you can't get out of Stadia. And I'm like, the hell I can't. But I still covered a bit of Stadia because some people were still talking about Stadia, and it would be unfair if I just cut that off altogether. So, yes, we'll be talking about Microsoft Xbox once again. Sorry for the people that don't want to hear it. Sorry for the Xbox fans that don't want to hear it, but as sure as my slinky slinks, we're going to discuss it. But I will say this. I don't plan on going crazy. My guy F-Cat, he's ready. He's salivating to hit y'all guys with the news. But I will be watching WWE Raw on time today, okay? So that means we better be off of this thing. We better be done talking about everything we got to talk about by 8 p.m. Eastern. Because I'm a wrestling fan, and tonight is night number 2 of the of the draft. And so I'm dying to see how that's going to go. So with that being said, I'm going to put the slinky down. This is actually my daughter. She got a lot of stuff that's still in this room. But now it's time to get to the entertainment. So let me move this because I don't want, when I'm acting silly, it to break anything. But let me do my inside. Guys, this live stream, this podcast is gonna be epic. Just saying. Yeah, because I'm a cowboy. Oh, man. All right, I'm trying not to use my arm that much, man. You guys know I'm getting surgery on the 31st, so I got 30 days before my surgery. And, yeah, that's going to be crazy. But anyway, with that being said, I'm going to grab a chair. Hope you guys grab a chair. If you're new to the channel, I'm the Cowboy King of Entertainment. That simply means that it's cover podcasts, gaming, vlogging, and reviews. Reviews could extend from product reviews or movie reviews. I go to restaurants a lot on my vlogs, so you guys will hear me say how much I like the food or not. And yeah, I cover gaming. I like to play games, so you guys see me and my wife playing some games, see me playing some games, so much so that tomorrow I am going to subscribe back to Game Pass, even though I said I was done for a while. But I want to play Redfall, and I want to personally see how bad it is because I hear all this. Redfall's terrible and doesn't run well. And last time I checked, the game hasn't come out officially. So that means the day 1 patch hasn't even come out. So I'm going to give it a chance and not talk like some people that's in the chat right now. I won't say any names, but it starts with an R, ends with an E. But I am going to play the game for myself. And therefore, I'm going to do it live tomorrow, and you guys can watch, and we'll point out all the inconsistencies. And somebody be like, oh, the screen was tearing. Oh, look at that. Let's clip it. And somebody say a character all of a sudden fell through the ground. Clip it. That's what the Cowboy King of Entertainment is going to do. Right? That's legit. I don't sit back and be like, that game's look terrible, and it's the worst thing ever, and the performance is trash. Well, guess what? You didn't play it. So how about you say, I've heard the performance is trash, right? Don't make it like you know for a fact, because you don't. Anyway, guys, and then on Wednesday will be We Wrestle Wednesdays. You see the wrestling belts in the background. It's going to be cool because I'm going to have a King of the Ring to crown a brand new World Heavyweight Champion. So that's going to be really cool. And Thursday is going to be Let's Play Together Thursday. That's what I'm planning for. That's what I'm shooting for. And we'll see if that actually ever happens. But with that being said, I'm going to grab a chair. Hope you grab a chair. And we're going to get into this, this show, this podcast, this live stream. Let's do it. All right. So, first things first, before our man F-Cat come in the building, let me just see what's up with everybody. Mr. Urban say, here we go again. Microsoft, this is Microsoft, that is Microsoft, lost the deal, Microsoft won the deal, blah, blah, blah. He said, how much they paying y'all? And Josh said, still no Holtz in the longest intro on your YouTube. Damn, man. That is, that's wild. Here, actually, let me check on something real quick. I got something to check on real quick. You just reminded me. You reminded me, and it's still jacked up. All right. Yeah, man. I'm not looking to redo the trailer yet because it's a lot of work, and yeah. But I just created a video last night that took me over 3 hours. It's only a 5-minute video, and it's crazy because YouTube flagged it and as not suitable for everybody. And I'm like, what? Like literally, there's no cursing, there's no nothing. So the YouTube algorithm is just crazy. But yeah, I mean, when I create a new intro, man, I gotta put some time into it. I want to add, I guess, new everything. Then again, I do like the part with me and my wife. That will probably stay. But everything else, the different games, I'll probably have, change all the games that you see. I'll probably and I'll change all the people, I guess you see, because that's all old, right? All right, anyway. So Ellis is in the building looking. Room said Cowboy King of Entertainment. Check the Discord. You have no response. I don't have time for this, Rune. Let me see. All right, so this is what I said. I said Rune loves us only. I guess I meant to. Rune loves us only talking about Xbox shortcomings, which is why I'm shocked you missed that. You missed last week's podcast where the deal was blocked. I gave everybody a chance to go on the Xbox. So Rune said you love to lie, huh? Then Rune said, who was there that night when you were playing WWE? It was just me and TK9. Who was there when you and Sandy were playing Callisto Protocol? It was just me and TK. Was I there last week when you were bashing Xbox? Nah, so stop the lies. All right. So Rune and I have a funny thing back and forth because he's a Sony pony. And you guys know I do like Sony, but you also know that I like to be kind of in the middle, right? I don't call myself neutral because I prefer having the PlayStation platform. Given a choice, I'd rather spend the money on a PlayStation console, and the fact that Microsoft allow you to play their games without having a console, it just makes sense, right? Get a PlayStation and use xCloud. There you go. I got them both. Best of both worlds. So, but Rune loves PlayStation a lot, and every chance he gets to speak up on why it's better, so much better, and every chance he gets to say why Xbox is dog food, he jumps in there. So I just like to call pony on him, and he doesn't like to hear it. But listen, people used to call me a Stadia stan. I said I wasn't, but guess what? They still said it, and I said, well, that's what you call me. So if it walks like a duck, you know what? Hold on. We're going to do this for my man, Rune. You know what, Rune? If it walks like a duck, and if it quacks like a duck, most likely, Rune, it's a damn duck. So, Rune, for me, you're a Sony pony, and you ain't getting out of it, because that's what I label you as. Now, when I start seeing you call things differently or not start bashing a game that you haven't played yet, but you watched a couple videos, you know what? For everybody that's bashing Redfall, right? I say this, wait till tomorrow. Wait till the day one patch come out. Wait till the official game comes out. Not some YouTubers that got a chance to play it early, right? But now, what I love is if you simply say this, from what I seen, from what the guy showed me, man, that looks kind of crazy. Not, oh, it's trash and the performance is terrible, as if you played it yourself. Because you didn't. You didn't. So if it walks like a duck, and if it quack like a duck, you won't be a duck. In this case, you're going to be a Sony pony. So if it gallops, then it might be a pony. It's it! Yeah! All right. A lot of fun, guys. I'm the king of entertainment. I'm just being silly, having fun. And don't let that bother you. All right. So let's get through this. Thanks, Rune, for responding. Everyone drop a dislike. Don't do me like that, guys. Matter of fact, we got to check in. Guys, so 10 people watching, 3 likes. Could you guys hit the like button? Please. YouTube likes it. I like it. And yeah. All right. So let me see. Everyone already talks about Xbox, so it's all good. Keep up the fight. we're just going over the news, man. I personally am about to give Xbox more of my money tomorrow, $15. So at the end of the day, I'm a paying customer. Dang, I just seen it go from 2 likes to 1 like. Someone really disliked it. Let me see. Miss Herbero, you mess with me, and that what happens. Oh, man. Let me thumb down this because I know the Microsoft deal convo is coming. All right. Cowboy, that's exactly what I said. Let me see. I said I heard. I didn't say it. Well, yes, you did. Be quiet. Let me see. Mr. Herbero, good work. Josh said graphics. River has great templates. Nah, I can't do that, bro. Like when I do my stuff, it gotta be me. It gotta be my creative chemistry, my creative influence. You know what I mean? Let me see. Brock Lesnar versus Cowboy at WrestleMania 69. I wish he would. Hey, Bio. Hold up, Bio. I beat the game yesterday, bro. Or Saturday. So you know what's on the way. Case closed, Rune said. Rune said Cowboy is the pony. That's why he's a cowboy. Said, put me in the intro. Ron, Amazon Ron, you need to be in the intro. Cowboy, stop it. You bleed Stadia, and obviously since Sony is your main platform, you bleed pony. And since I'm going to spend $15 tomorrow so I can pay Redfall, I must bleed green too. I just don't bleed Nintendo. Children, that's for children. They suck on lollipops. All right, so no, listen to Cowboy. He is lying. Let me see. Ellis is a pony too, driving 200 miles per hour just to play WWE of all games on a $500 to $1,000 console, depending on where you bought it. Well, yeah, I guess actually. Let me see. Proto's in the building, so I was told to come by. So what's happening here? What's up, Proto? Cowboy reading comprehension is on 0. Yo, he's laughing. He said, "Yep," and he has the nerve to tell that I back down whenever he responds to me. LOL. Anyway, chat. Everything Cowboy said in the last 10 minutes is a bold-faced lie. Don't listen. Let me see. Why the heck is there a W in my name when I have? Yeah, I don't know. You gotta fix that, bro. Oh God, I effed up big time. Nah, it's not big time. Just fix it. Let me see. Let me see. I'll trap Josh in a town smaller from. All right, good stuff. Check Discord. The new GIF you doing on stream. All right, guys. Yo, can I get through this thing, man? Let me go to Discord. Yo, that's great. That is great, Josh. I'll watch you play Wanted Dead from the bleachers now. Yeah, I am going to be playing that game, and I believe I'm gonna enjoy it. All right, so waiting to see King Thrash again, so I could talk to him and ask him something I can't normally. Fair enough. Let me see. Cowboy lies about everything. Did he even play Atomic Heart? Funny guy. Let me see. Mr. Herbero, the only power you have is being a creep and your cool customized jewelry. Yo, Radiohead, I'm a creep. All right, so Ellis said, Mr. Herbero, get on your PS5 and look me up and see what I play. Spent 6 hours on Final Fantasy VII Remake just yesterday. Bought Forgotten West physical, and I'm 67% through it at Axe Cowboy game. Yeah, he definitely games, but he's just trying to trigger you, bro. I call Mr. Herbero a trigger man. All right, so when are you going to play it? So I didn't get it yet. As soon as it get in the mail, I will be setting that up, bro. Yeah, but why wasn't 6 hours played on an Xbox? Why can't? All right, so he's trying to trigger you. So my man, none other than the right hand man.
Yeah.
Get through all of that, and but here we are. So what's up, man? Let me be like you. So what's going on?
Not much. Unfortunately, Grim Reaper couldn't be here today.
Damn. Well, let's Grim Reaper caused enough.
I think I think he did. I think he did what he set out to do.
I think so, man. And so we got some things to talk about.
Yep.
And
you can put your camera back on, Cowboy.
Oh, can I? You sure?
Yeah.
Well, for one thing's one.
People need to see the Cowboy.
I don't know why it doesn't have my my little logo. So I gotta figure that out too. So I could be cool like you. You got your FCAT, and I got my smiley face. I don't even. Is it even smiling? I don't even think I'm smiling. This is a travesty. But yeah. So anyway, let me get back to this thing, man, because it's gonna be epic, obviously. So guys, we about to
Definitely epic.
in this thing. It's gonna be epic. FCAT is here now, and trust and believe and trust. He got some news for you. We got to talk about it. We got to get through it. Guys, if you're just tuning in, we're going to go over some of the stuff that's going on in gaming and other stuff. If you guys want to participate, there's a link, and you guys could jump from the chat to the show. If you got something to say, you could also cover your face if you don't want to be seen. It's not a big deal at all to be a part of the show. I am the Cowboy, a.k.a. King of Entertainment, and my man is none other than FCAT. We're about to get into it. Go! Look at that spin. Hold up. Yo! That was a good one right there. Yeah. All right. Anyway, now that I'm done acting silly, FCAT and I are going to get into it. So, FCAT, what is our first piece of news, man?
Well, we gotta pick up where we left off in the last stream, man. So right after the stream, Microsoft signed a 10-year deal with cloud gaming platform Anywhere.
And you know what's funny? Because Mr. Urban World was talking about Anywhere. No, you were showing it off, and it did look cool. It did look cool, but you said you tested it, right?
So yeah, so I don't know why they got a deal, because basically Anywhere is literally a Steam Deck in the cloud, or a cloud version of the Steam Deck.
Hey, man.
So it can play any game on Steam. Right now, Anywhere only has 2 servers. One in Europe and one in South America, which is really, really bad, and it's causing the downloads. And yes, you do have to download the entire game and log in and all kind of stuff. So I mean, if you hold up that Stadia quickness and all that, you know, you mad at you don't like GFN Boosteroid logins, bro, you're gonna hate the hell out of this.
Yeah, but
like Anywhere is not for you.
Yeah, but I think the cool thing about Anywhere, right, is it's what, $10 a month and you get games included. That's kind of cool though.
So right now you could get put on the waiting list to get the free invite, but if you want to get in early, you have to pay like $20-something for a key to get in early.
But so from all the cloud services that I've paid attention to, right, I like Stadia. I really like Stadia business model, and I like xCloud, right? Those are the 2. Everything else for me, I got a hold to pick through it, right? But this one, when you showed it to me the other day, sound kind of cool because you at least get something. You get a little bang for your buck. Now, I get it. They're new. Their servers aren't good, blah, blah, blah. But they seem to have some type of potential, though. So anyway, where are we going now?
So here we go. This is what it looks like. So Anywhere is in beta, just like Boosteroid and xCloud is. But yeah, you can pretty much play any game on Steam on this baby. So if you bought Redfall, you could play it day one on this.
That's cool. Now, Mr. Urban said Anywhere isn't the service FCAT showed me live the other day. I thought that's what this was.
No, this is what it is right here. Here's all my games on Steam. So right off the back, you see that they already have Halo Master Chief Collection. So why do they need a 10-year Xbox deal?
Oh, he said I'm thinking about NetBoom. Oh, NetBoom.
Yeah, that's different.
Okay.
Yeah, that's different.
Thanks.
But yeah, man, check this out. Like you can play any game on Steam on this thing. But I mean, the downloads they need a US server. so that that way the downloads and all go a little bit faster. Like even Shadow, if you tried Shadow, like the downloads are like super fast. Like
I'm
it's
sure
barely
that.
an inconvenience, even with Boosteroid.
Well, I'm pretty sure, right? If it's going good, right? If they got good stuff to offer, like you're saying, certain games you could play already, then they'll step it up. But here's the problem now, right? I remember when I thought Stadia leaving was going to be a bad thing for cloud. I was like, yo, I bet some people are going to pack up shop. Bro, it's more cloud gaming services than ever. It's getting oversaturated now. I think so. Everybody's worrying about xCloud get super popular and crush the market, right? Man, somebody else. I mean, it's so many. How do you choose, right? Like, what are you going to choose?
So as far as I go, I guess I'm gonna have to put this as the worst cloud gaming service as of right now.
Okay.
Next to Luna, next to Boosteroid.
And this is worse because of what? Like, what's your parameter?
Just the downloads. Like, it is slow. It is molasses slow.
Okay. Got you. Yeah, I mean, and having to download something is probably backwards for what cloud gaming should do. That's why Netflix kind of got laughed at with their cloud gaming,
Right. Utomic also, you download the game from PC, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It downloads and saves on your PC.
Fair enough. So
yeah, you can pull up this next thing.
Yeah, I wonder if this is the juicy one, but I'll wait till you're ready. Oh, CMA reveals there are cloud gaming providers that have not yet entered. So depending on what you believe, it's either an exciting or uninteresting time for gaming. So
do you think cloud gaming's future seems bleak at the moment?
Well, my only issue is this. I feel like when gaming kicks off,
so
not that many, so you get a chance to run for one or the other. So many people aren't even familiar with cloud gaming. Now they're getting bombarded, right? This deal is making cloud gaming relevant or in people's minds. But now they're like let's say my friends, right? So they always heard me talk about Stadia. Then they kind of stumbled on to Luna because it's from Amazon. And then they heard about GFN because it was a 3080 in the cloud. And they already knew about xCloud, right? Now they're like, well, what Black Nut? Like, it's like this. When you got so many choices, you just say the hell with it.
So this article is saying, the CMA is saying there's other people who ain't came out yet.
Oh, I'm sure.
Which is surprising because if you remember back in the Apple Epic trial, they revealed that there was a Walmart cloud gaming service.
Walmart, Verizon. Yeah, it was a couple others.
So kind of interesting. You think those projects are still full in effect?
Well, I think because it's so much money to be made, but it's hard, right? Because there's so many different services. And honestly, this is how it goes. Some services got to die, right? Like you get so many people to jump in the market and then it thins out. But to be fair, bro, in consoles never had this much. Dude, it's so many cloud platforms right now. You never had, like, I remember when the most amount of consoles was out, right? It was like TurboGrafx, Neo Geo, Panasonic 3D, and it was also Xbox, PlayStation, and you had a Nintendo, right? So that was like 6 different things around the same time. We got so many cloud companies. It's crazy.
So this one says the Activision deal is on some life support because cloud gaming still sucks. I mean, that's what the majority think. I guess the cloud haters.
Right.
Would say that. xCloud has gotten a tad bit better, I guess, because less people are using it. and the servers aren't too bogged up.
Well, I'll tell
And
you
that's
this.
basically when it really does work good.
Yeah, when it works for me is on mobile and on the PC app. It's pretty good.
Probably tomorrow we'll see an increase in xCloud for Redfall.
Oh yeah, especially all the people who say they're not playing Redfall until it gets 60. Like I told Doc, I said, I bet you play that game at some point before the patch come out. I mean, none of us know when the patch is coming out, but all right.
What do you think about this?
All right, so EA once sold a single player game were finished, but Jedi
Once said.
Yeah, once said, my bad. Blame it on my school system. So EA once said single player games are finished, but Jedi Survivor and Dead Space proved they're not. So first of all, we got to get into that. So I don't think single player games are finished because look at Sony, right? That's like their bread and butter. But I do admire multiplayer games, but I think lately I've been playing more single player games, which is kind of funny. But I know at some point we got to get into I guess the performance of
single player is getting a little bit extinct, not all the way extinct, but it's getting close. But for EA, when EA said that, they basically backed that up with 2042, which had no campaign.
Yeah, well, so if they speak on their own company, then that's fine. But I think the fact that Sony primarily their bread and butter is single player games and they're selling consoles like crazy right now, I think this statement can't be true, but the statement could be true for EA. Maybe EA themselves felt, what, we're gonna cut back.
It's just a remake. Jedi Survivor, that's a sequel, which launched badly. It's getting bad. It's got bad optimizations. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, so I think that's what Rune and I was talking about. So, the lack thereof we talked about. Rune was saying how, and guys, make sure you like the video. That would be pretty cool if you can. Rune was saying how Redfall was getting trashed with the performance, and then now it came out that Jedi Survivor is getting trashed with performance. So, that's the kind of what stemmed up our whole little talking points between each other. But yeah, man, what I did hear was that was PC. So I did hear consoles is playing okay.
Okay.
So it sounds like recently, man, there's been some bad PC port. So what's up, Jenna? Want to say what's up to Jenna Hayes in the building? Mr.
So they had some people talk to Firewalk who just recently got bought out by Sony, and they said that their live services ain't gonna be like Destiny and Fortnite. It's gonna be different genres, release schedules, and audiences.
Jenna, if you go to the channel, I laid out all 4 streams this week, and tomorrow was supposed to be a podcast, but I scrapped it. We're gonna do FCAT and I we're gonna play Redfall. So it's a 4-player game. We got 2 spots for 2 other people. So anybody want to join us, let us know. But yeah, we'll be playing Redfall and we'll see how much of a disaster it is. Remember, the game isn't officially out till tomorrow. So I know a lot of people got a chance to play it and they're reviewing it, but I feel like let the day 1 patch come out and let's see what happens tomorrow. So, but I'll be playing it live, and anything you guys see that looks crazy, let's point it out. Now, granted, I'll be playing it on xCloud, but I'm going to be playing on the xCloud where I feel it works pretty good for me. So, Xbox Game Pass players are heading for New Zealand to play Redfall early. Yeah, I think, a lot of people are changing their time zones, right? So they can play early.
So yeah, you can just change your location on your Xbox and change it to New Zealand and play a game early. But they shut that down. They shut that down as soon as they saw all those leaks and stuff going out, and people were saying the game was bad and that it looks bad and all this and that. They shut it down. They're gonna issue a day 1 patch, and we don't know what that day 1 patch entails of. Maybe small bug fixes here and there. I don't know. If it'll be the 60 that we hope.
That would be cool, but I don't think so because they said 60s coming later on. So you would like to think, why not just say delay it one day, right, and have 60? So I doubt that, but who knows? But Proto said I might play Redfall. It comes with Game Pass, so why not? So let me ask you guys this: why, if you already have Game Pass, why not play it? Right? It kind of just makes sense to play it. Now I know it's going to be 30 frames, but it's on Game Pass. You already got it, so why not? You know, so let's see. It's trash on every. I spoke on Jedi too. It's trash on every. See, Ron, you sound like you played it. You said it's trash on every platform. How do you know that? did you hear that, or did you experience it yourself? Yo, what's up, Dr. Spaceman? Said can't hang out, but I wanted to pop. Yeah, man. Thanks, Pop by. I'll be checking you out later on too, guys. You gotta check out Dr. Spaceman over on Twitch. He does a Monday night show on regarding PlayStation at 8:30 p.m. I actually wanted to be a part of it. He invited me as a guest, but unfortunately, tonight is the final night of the WWE draft, and my wife and I want to watch that on time. But next week, if everything works out, Spaceman, I will definitely come on as a guest. If you still, if the invite is still open, man, I appreciate it.
So,
It is primarily a PlayStation show. They discuss a lot of stuff, but it is PlayStation centric. So if you like your PlayStation, definitely check out his show. Let me see. Room said you can play it by switching your region to New Zealand. But I think Cat just said that was over, right?
Speaking of PlayStation Channel, Lona was saying earlier today that Sony should buy Ubisoft because X Defiant looks so good and so amazing, and Call of Duty players are drooling over it, and all this and that. And I'm like, man. And I commented out, I'm like, dude, they should buy the studio behind Shadowline because Shadowline's pretty much the same PvP. It has the same PvP, literally same. Like, I can't stress it enough. But also, Shadowline has other things you could do, like the expeditions and the co-op and all that, all this and that.
My only issue, is the reason why I wouldn't compare X Defiance to Call of Duty, is because they have abilities, and Call of Duty doesn't have those, right?
Well, other than Black Ops, what? 4?
Oh, hold on. Dr. Spaceman said he's actually back on YouTube. That's even better. I don't know why I'm a big YouTube fan. I'm not the biggest fan of Twitch, even though I streamed on Twitch for about 2 years. But I just feel that it's easier to get on YouTube for me. So that's even cooler that you're on YouTube, man. But either way, it wouldn't matter. I watch Doc Dark over on Twitch and try to watch. Go ahead.
So you hype for open beta for this?
Hold on, am I what?
Are you psyched for the open beta for X Defiant? That should be coming.
I thought we just had one.
No, that was a closed beta.
Oh, okay.
Open beta means everybody can play
it. You know what it was? I didn't even do it. I remember you telling me to re-download it, and I never did it.
But I mean, you'll get your chance in the open beta.
When
and that'll be. They haven't announced anything yet, but they said they're working on it. It's coming. It's coming real soon.
Again, I wasn't impressed when I did the I was a part of the alpha.
The insider test. Yeah.
But again, that was like a small sample. So I'm looking forward to playing it. Guys, we got 15 people watching, 7 likes. I try to pay attention. Hit the like button, guys. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, so the first trailer for Peacock Twisted Metal has cars, guns, and a creepy clown. So,
interesting. It is interesting.
So I was a big fan of Twisted Metal. I played and beat, every Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal Black was the last Twisted Metal that came out in the early 2000s. Played and beat it, seen every ending, and Sweet Tooth is my favorite character. So for me, I will be 1,000% watching this. Now, I didn't like the trailer as much. It looked authentic. I just didn't like where he threw in his tape and it was a little silly music kind of, or happy-go-lucky music, because it's giving people who never watched or don't know Twisted Metal a different vibe. Twisted Metal is violent. The closest thing I could call it to is it's like Twilight Zone. You know, you watch Twilight Zone and you always think, okay, how it's gonna end, and the ending just take you for a curve. You think like, oh, it's gonna be happy, and then somebody's head blow up. You're like, oh my god. So this game is very twisted, hence Twisted Metal. The endings are always twisted, guys. If you
the newest one, the black one, is that the one with all the cinematics and the story?
Yes.
Yeah, I played that.
Yep, they had really good cinematics, and every time somebody won the competition. So what it is this guy named Callisto, and he's offering you like whatever your dreams are, he can make come true, right? Some people may have lost a loved one, you could bring them back to life. Some people want to be rich, he'll make you rich. And so you accept it and you get in this tournament called, it's not called Twisted Metal, but you get in the tournament and you pretty much got guns connected to your cars. And it's pretty much an all-out brawl. The last person alive is the winner. And every ending, you think the person won, they're going to get what they wanted, and somehow they get totally screwed. It's pretty epic. But the trailer, I don't know, man. It didn't give me that vibes that I would have liked it to come out and look really sinister. But maybe because it's on Peacock, right? Maybe they should have went with HBO. I don't know, but we'll see. So that's my thought.
I'm interested. I like Anthony Mackie. I'm interested in seeing Anthony Mackie as the next Captain America. He's from here. He's from New Orleans. And I also heard Samoa Joe is going to be Sweet Tooth, which is very interesting.
Now, is that a fact? Is that official?
I don't know. That's the hearsay, but it kind of does look like it from the trailer.
Well, I'll have to watch it again because after you told me that, I never watched it again. Are we done with the Twisted Metal? Or wait, did you play it and did you have a favorite car?
Mine was either Sweet Tooth or the regular one that you get at the beginning.
Spectre?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Microsoft is gonna roll out an update that's gonna make the UI a lot better.
Hold up, pause that real quick. I see some people talking in the thing. Hold up, I think they got some good stuff going on. Real quick, let's get to this. So Jenna said Call of Duty is losing a lot of players.
Yes.
Guys, you know the chat. We try to bring you in as well. So hold on real quick.
They ran a free weekend and nobody played it. It was dead.
That's crazy, right? I didn't even know they was doing a free weekend. So what's your thoughts on that, man? All this big stuff going on about Call of Duty, and they're losing players left and right. You think people are just getting tired of Call of Duty, getting bored of the franchise?
Yeah, because it's old.
Okay. Let's go on to this. Rune said he did play X Defiant. Question for anybody who played X Defiant: did you like it? My experience was it was decent. It just didn't suck me in. That's all. I just was like, okay, this is cool, but it just didn't pull me in. What about you? Played it more than me? It's
just an arena shooter. I mean, arena first-person shooter like Call of Duty.
Okay. So, because I want to go over you guys' comments, and I think you guys got substance. Go ahead.
So for me, it is good because it's a free-to-play version, like Call of Duty-ish type game. The last time we saw this happen was with Warface, which looks like it still runs on a 360. You know.
Hey, I'll tell you this, bro. I put a lot of time into Warface. That was the game. That game got so many modes, it's ridiculous. Like, they got a battle royale, they got elimination, they had a big giant robot running around trying to kill you in the story mode. I give them credit. Man. You know. But let me ask you this. So Rune said, I don't want Sony to buy Ubisoft. Stop with the acquisitions. I agree with you. Honestly, I think Ubisoft is the company I don't want nobody to buy. They're not that great anymore, man. And I feel like, I don't know, man. Ubisoft, when you talk about a company that makes the same type of games, their games are primarily all similar. But I do love that they have the racing. They got the Crew 2, and they got what's the one on the bikes called?
What's that?
What's the one on the bikes called? The Ubisoft game?
Oh, the bike game Descenders?
No, that wasn't it. The one that came out on Stadia. It was also on Stadia.
Oh, Trials.
Oh, Riders Republic. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Riders Republic Trials. Whatever.
So, and then my favorite Ubisoft game is actually For Honor, because that's unlike any other Ubisoft games, right? And actually, that game Cavalry, or that's coming out, is that out already on PlayStation? It's supposed to be this month. That is looks similar to For Honor, but I think Ubisoft, I don't know, man. Now the Ubisoft trailer was a big deal. Maybe if somebody buy Ubisoft, they'll buy them for that, their cloud-based computing program or software. But I don't know. What's your thoughts?
I think nobody can go after Ubisoft because they're tied to Tencent, and
no.
Have to basically pay off Tencent.
No. Remember, a couple years ago, they literally said we're not looking to be acquired, but we're open. So they did say they're open to it. So I think they can be acquired.
What else he said?
Let's see.
You went back.
Easily make a new Twisted Metal.
Stop with the acquisition.
So
I think Sony, like I said, I think Sony should go after the studio behind Shatterline. They should go after the studio behind Splitgate, and they should get Hi-Rez. Like that should be the people you should focus on, because right there, those 3 studios can make you a Call of Duty competitor. Like they can make you a Halo competitor. They can make you, Blizzard Overwatch competitors.
So if I had 2 companies for Sony to choose to purchase, I would, or anybody, it could be Microsoft, it could be Nintendo, whatever. I personally think somebody should purchase Square Enix, or I think somebody should purchase Capcom. And honestly, I probably would.
I mean, Sony still already has them in the bag, so
yeah, Square Enix.
Maybe it's an inevitable, but yeah. But yeah, if you pull back up my screen, this is the juicy stuff.
Okay. All right, hold on. I'm gonna get there. I just want to read this. Jenna said, PlayStation can easily make a new Twisted Metal. They could use the Destruction All-Stars engine. I agree with you. They probably still got a Twisted Metal engine out there. I think people are disgusted with greed and quality is Activision and Microsoft. Let's see. Rune said, can you turn FCAT mic down? Okay, I think I can do that. I think that's what this thing is. It's a mic adjuster. Let me see. But thank you. Let's see. Extravagant was too clunky for me. I hate Call of Duty, but at least it felt smooth. Yeah, well, Call of Duty is like as smooth as it could be. Thank you for that, Room.
Right.
Proto's back. What's up, Cowboy? Yo, what's going on, Cowboy? FCAT, what's going on? Chariot Man is in the building. Yeah, buddy. And Room said, why you want them to purchase them? The more companies that are independent, the better it is. I'm just saying, if they did purchase somebody,
right,
I would want it to be
like if I was Sony, that would be the studios I would be eyeing, because obviously they're making some good games. But here we go. Here's what everybody showed up for.
I gotta stand up, baby. Yo, it says UK may block Microsoft Activision merger for 10 years. So I heard somebody making a joke. They said Microsoft's giving out 10 years to everybody, so the UK gave out 10 years to Microsoft. Yo, that's crazy. See, now, mind you, they could appeal. They can appeal. But if they appeal and lose, then they can't try to do this merger for 10 years. And here's
no. They can appeal, but they have to change something in the deal. Something has to be changed for them to go back and redo it. That's apparently.
Yeah, but if it get flagged again, then they can't do it for 10 years. So here's the funny thing. Everybody say that Sony could make a Call of Duty rival in 10 years. So what if it's like, listen, this is the sure thing. Listen, you want to wait 10 years? You got the money? Cool, right? PlayStation, y'all better be on it. Try to make a rival. Call of Duty's at an all-time low. So,
bro, if you notice, the Nware deal came right after the CMA decision, so maybe that's the thing that changed, and Microsoft can have a chance.
Listen, this is crazy. Like, here's the thing. I don't think Microsoft even needs to get Activision, because this is what I say. Microsoft has so many studios. This is all about gaming, right? Now, granted, they won't be able to get King. I know King was a big deal. But I think all Microsoft
they got to get the whole package. It ain't gonna be chopped up.
No, I get that. What I'm saying is that I don't think they need Activision. I don't think Microsoft need Blizzard. Now, King, I get that part. That was going to give them something they didn't have. But if you take that off the table, it is what it is. Then maybe you just can't get into mobile like you want it, right? But I think Microsoft could. All it is gaming. And last year, when I told people in 2023, I said all Microsoft need to do is come out with 4 games with a buzz, now positive buzz. And it didn't have to be the greatest game ever. So hopefully, Redfall tomorrow get a patch, start turning heads. Maybe people don't like it, but then the 60 frame patch come out and people are like, yo, this is a great game. Now, hopefully Starfield end up sealing the deal, be great. And maybe somewhere in between, Microsoft could have 2 or 3 more games. Because honestly, we're gamers. We're only down in Microsoft because we feel they don't have the games we want, right? And the diehard Xbox fans, they're holding on to mainly Game Pass. Hey, it doesn't matter for me. I get a bunch of games for $15 a month, $10 a month. That's great. But then people could say, well, we want those hard-hitting games. And I think Microsoft could do it. I'm telling you, bro, next year we could not even be talking about Microsoft as a bad thing. Next year they could be on the up and up if they just put out some games. And look, I think Hellblade is the best looking game that they showed that's coming out. I think Hellblade, they have a shot to have a real banger. So,
right.
Guys, let me sit down, man. Woo, hold on. All right, now I'll sit down. Because I seen Lion was in the building. So let me get to the comments. This is deep though.
Yeah, it is. It is. So word on the street is Microsoft can pull out of the UK, out of that market.
So yeah, we got to talk about that too. I think that's
so. What happens when that happens?
I think that would be silly. But if they're that hard pressed, I mean, you're going to lose a lot of people, and that's going to look really bad because perception is the key, right? You're going to have people boycotting them. It's going to be crazy if they was to do that. Real quick, Square Enix doesn't want to be bought. They make a lot of deals exclusive for Nintendo and Sony. They eating from both pies. I get that. And I don't think Capcom want to be bought either because Capcom put games out on everything. Plus, they got the most popular MMORPG in the world right now. Let me see. Mr. Urban said, you guys can say what you want, but if I were Microsoft, I'd buy Sega and make all their future games exclusive. But Sega put out like one game every 800 years. I mean, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? The Yakuzas? Like that ain't.
I don't want exclusives anymore. This is like what's causing all the trouble. It's exclusive. So if you want to play this game, you have to buy this certain thing. Mm-hmm. Like we should see more multi-platform.
Yeah. Now Proto said they better appeal because I want Call of Duty on the cloud.
We'll get to that, Proto.
Yeah, they're making a live service. Oh, so he said. So Lion said they're making a Twisted Metal live service. I need to see pictures at least.
Too bad Holtz ain't here because I mean I imagine pulling out of the UK would be a massive blow.
Hey, hold up. Hey, hold up. FCat Rune said to Cowboy tomorrow. You better not pretend to be the biggest Redfall fan just to troll me. No, I'm gonna tell you this. I know FCat and we're gonna give it a fair shake. Now, here's my thing.
Oh yeah.
I personally love gameplay, right? And I want a fun factor. For me, it doesn't have to have the best graphics, doesn't have the best story. But if me and FCAT is having fun, I'm gonna tell everybody I like it. You're gonna see the look on my face if I'm having fun, right? Yo, Murder Man is in the building. Hold on, let's pull this up. Let's go. Ellis, the Murder Man, just became a member. And Ellis, you are definitely on the list. I know you was a member before, but thank you for renewing. I appreciate that, man.
So read this sentence here.
Okay, so Google named as second main opponent of Microsoft Activision merger.
Damn,
so, yeah.
bro. It's that.
I mean, didn't people keep saying that when Microsoft bought Bethesda, that's what made Google shut down SG&E? And so now,
Was it really?
I mean,
Stadia had shut down in the cards since the beginning. But they can't sit there and blame this person if you're Google and you shut things down for the hell of it.
Nah, I do think they came out the gate hot and heavy, right? Oh, we're gonna make our own games. I mean, that's what I think made cloud gaming exciting. Stadia was like, we're making our cloud native games. They're going to be able to do things you've never seen before done in gaming. And I was like, yo, I was just here for the free upgrades. That was my big thing. When Stadia was like, yeah, you're going to be able to upgrade for free. I was like, whoa, I know the PlayStation coming out soon. And that thing got to be like $500, $600. So that's what was cool for me. No downloads, no updates, no space, blah, blah, blah. But they put the cherry on top. Huh?
No, I can understand like the CMA's position if they're like, oh, look at Stadia's death. Maybe that's what's causing, kind of a black mark on the cloud services out there. So we got to give everybody their own fair thing to compete.
Now, I definitely get that. Hold up, they naming some old back in the day games. You know, Mr. Urban World is always like 20 years behind. You're talking about Panzer Dragoon, Shamu, Crazy Taxi, Jet Grind Radio, etc. Let me see. Rune said, let me see. Sega went to Microsoft to ask for Yakuza funding, and they said no. So I don't trust Microsoft to greenlight or approve anything. Well, I say this. Remember, Sega is working with Microsoft, and they're working on a massive game. So I don't know if you knew that, but that is actually something that's going to work. So Sega and Microsoft are working together on something. No, these are what? Pierogies. Guys, check it out. Where's my man Holtz at? Got some pierogies. Thank you very much to my lovely wife. Brought me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pierogies.
I think they talked about this before. This one right here. Call of Duty wouldn't be on Game Pass so like after all the contracts are over.
So this is true. Now, what you guys don't realize is Sony and Activision already had a deal. So they had 3 more years, which was including this current Call of Duty. So Sony is supposed to get 2 more Call of Duties, and then that was up. So you're right. So even if the deal went through, they still couldn't put that on Game Pass just yet.
So there was something I saw on Twitter. They said if the deal doesn't go through, what if Activision gives Xbox the exclusive deal that they gave PlayStation?
That wouldn't make sense. So this is why. 1, Activision, look how long they fought the cloud. Activision does not like the cloud. 2, the Xbox consoles are at an all-time low, right? And PlayStation's at an all-time high. Why would you give an exclusive deal to a company that is having trouble selling consoles, and you already had a company that was doing 48% of business of your Call of Duty? That the numbers wouldn't make sense. You remember, when you hear people talk about shareholders and stockholders, they have to make these deals make sense, and not knocking Xbox, but that wouldn't make sense. That's just numbers. But Rune said FCAT tripping. The more exclusives there are, the better. Do you want to comment on that?
No, exclusive's bad. They're just console pushers.
Fair enough. Let me see. Tencent ain't got money like Microsoft. Let me see. That is all. Hold up, Cowboy. That is just a rumor. Yeah. So mind you, I didn't never seen any of most of the stuff. I haven't. Oh wait, what you talking about? The rumor is the Xbox, the Xbox and Sega thing. I don't think that's a rumor. Let me see. Jenna Hayes said, "What no one is thinking about. All these cloud services don't mean poop. If everyone doesn't have access to fast." No, I hear that, Jenna. But let me tell you this though. One thing that's for certain, okay, is technology will continue to get better. Internet will continue to get better. Cell service will continue to get better. Electricity will continue to get better. Like, technology doesn't stop for no one. So trust me, if today I could play a game really good and somebody over in Zimbabwe can't, trust me, in the years to come, they will be able to play these games just as good as me. That's going to happen. So maybe not today, but technology is going to keep getting better. There's no substantial evidence that Sega is making exclusives for Xbox. Okay, fair enough.
Then that's the thing CMA should be looking at is the infrastructure and how it's handling cloud gaming.
Mm-hmm.
And the overall majority of people who sit there and say, "Oh, I ain't gonna touch cloud. Look at Stadia. Stadia died. Yada yada yada." And there's still us who were on Stadia. We're still kind of using cloud here and there. But we're not trying to devote ourselves into cloud because we already got burned.
Yeah, I mean, there's people like you and I. You still try a lot of cloud, which is cool. Hey, listen, I'm still gonna rely. I still rely on Xbox, xCloud, as my way to play games on Xbox. So it's not like I'm totally
right because you don't have a console, which is your total right and freedom.
Oh yeah, if I had a console, then I wouldn't be playing it at all. You're right. Rune said, Jenna said, Rune is correct. Xbox is in Japan is very low in sales, so I doubt Sega would waste their time. That's for you, Mr. Urban World. But and also me, I guess. I'll have to look that up. Let me see. Thank you, Jenna Hayes. By the way, are you Purple Hayes' mom? Purple said it wasn't her, but it could be her mom. Let's all pretend the OG Xbox didn't exist. Let me see. Mr. Urban World, that was 20 years ago. Yeah, Mr. Urban World is always way back in the day. No, I myself, Jenna Hayes said. So, okay. Doesn't matter. They are a team. Let me see. Cowboy spitting fire. Appreciate it, man. Not in America, Cowboy. We are behind. No, but we won't be, though. Here's the thing, Jenna. I get it. But we won't be. Because the thing is, have you played cloud gaming? And if you had, did you have a good experience? I used to play Stadia and I loved it. Go watch my channel. I got a thing called Stadia Cowboy. You go to that playlist. You'll see me playing at the lake. You'll see me playing at pools 2 hours away from my mother-in-law house. I mean, I've tested Stadia in many, many crazy conditions and even remote play. This stuff does work for some people. So if it worked good for me, trust me, it's only a matter of time that technology is getting better and better. You know what I mean? So yeah, we might be behind, but technology is getting better. Like, look at this. Right now, we got 5G as the primary mobile service, right? Don't you know in a couple of years, we're going to have 6G and 7G, and it's going to get better and better, you know? Sega openly announced their partnership with Xbox 2 years ago. I mean, that's what I thought happened, but, I mean, Rune's telling me it's a rumor. Let's see,
they just getting the games now. Like that's why they're getting Street Fighter 6, but they didn't get the demo early.
All right, later, Rune. We'll talk to you later, man. I'll see you in the Discord, guys. You always want to keep the conversation going.
Oh,
jump to the Discord.
Rune's going to play Redfall. He ain't going to sleep. He's going to play Redfall.
He's going to play Redfall. See, I hope you have nightmares about the OG Xbox. This guy. Let me see. Rune said, I'm an OG Xbox fan, and even if Yakuza is exclusive, I would still play it. I go where the games are. Not the other way. Yo, that's what I'm saying, Rune. Oh, let's give Rune one of these for that. Even though I think he's just saying that. But let's go. Let's go, Rune. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Go where the games are. All right. Mr. Urban Rose says, so basically you're saying you ain't Cowboy, you bleed all gaming. He said, yep, pretty much. Yo, yeah, I ain't right. I have 5G fiber and Xbox Cloud is not great quality.
So for me, I find xCloud to be the most stable through console.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like it's native, just like how Stadia was with the Chromecast.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like that. Like there's zero issues. I don't get any of the artifacting, pixelation, or lag, input lag. None of that. You get none of that.
So for me, xCloud works great on mobile. So my 5G or my Wi-Fi, xCloud works pretty good. And the browser used to work good. I don't know what happened, but the browser was good. But now I use the app, the PC app. So, but I get it.
Yeah.
It doesn't work great for everybody.
But even the app's bad. Even the app's bad at times. You know.
Yeah. So Jenna, you could just be far away from a data center. You know, I'm not sure where you live at.
I'll be right back, Cowboy.
Okay. So Miss Irwin said, Jenna Hayes, I don't know how. I played Game Pass on GFN on 4 megabytes per second, hotspot, no issues. Let me see. Redfall is bad, man. So you know what? It just depends, right? It depends on where your location is. It depends on a bunch of factors. So we can't just say somebody experience is going to be bad because their experience, right? Or we also can't say everybody have great experience because you got a great experience. So it's okay. Jenna may have bad experience with xCloud. It's okay. xCloud used to be great for me. All right, so xCloud used to be bad. It got really good. Then it went to being bad. On the browser, anyway. Now, Xbox Cloud is not that clear for me. Yeah, so Jenna, when I play it via the browser, it gets the artifacting where it's like look glitchy and pixelated. It happens frequently. If I play it on and somebody told me, somebody was watching me and said, dude, download the app. Right? So I downloaded the app. Here, let me show you, actually. I'm gonna show you. So let me do this for you guys. Let me share my screen. I'm gonna share I want to share just my regular screen by itself. Oh, cool. Hold on, guys. Hold on. My wife is batting at 1,000 right now. Look what she just brought in. Let's go to I guess they're like Danishes. Are they? I don't know. No, they're like they're dang, what are they called again? The hell are these things? Man, I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, I'm trying to pull up. Let me pull up xCloud. I'm gonna pull up the app. Okay, so hold on. So I'm pulling up the app. All right, so check this out. This is the xCloud app. And yeah, the app isn't bad at all. So you go to the app, you go in the upper left-hand corner, you click on Cloud Gaming, and then you pull it up. So join Game Pass Ultimate. So I am going to sign back up tomorrow so I can play the game. Yeah. I originally said I wasn't signing up for a while, but it's all this talk about Redfall. I kind of want to be a part of it. So it's kind of sucking me in because I want to play it myself. The only problem is if I don't like it, then I just wasted another $15. But I think $15 is worth it just to try it. I'll try to give it a good shake. Maybe I'll even try Grounded. Somebody was talking about that. I never played that. I wonder if GoldenEye. Here, can I play GoldenEye? Let me see. Can I play GoldenEye on the cloud? See. Yeah, Jenna. If you have xCloud, maybe it'd be good to download the app because the app runs pretty good. Let me see. It's stable but not clear. Yep, I know just what you mean. But it runs good for me on the app. The only thing with the app is you'll have to have an Xbox controller. Okay, you live in Massachusetts? Red Fall, Massachusetts. Oh, wow. Wow. I changed my mind. Not gonna nap. I'm downloading Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. So wait, is that out today?
Yeah.
Cinnamon rolls. Bro, what is wrong with me, man?
Yeah,
Thank you
that's
very
out
much.
today.
Room, what would I do without you? Yeah, room.
What are we looking at?
Go ahead, FK.
What are we looking at?
I was telling Jenna how the Xbox app.
Oh yeah.
Really
Yeah. So xCloud got that surge of people when they added Fortnite, and I think that like maybe less and less people are using it right now. So the stability is a little bit better. You're not getting all that pixelation and artifact and then
I don't know. Last time I played it on the browser,
jumbling.
still did it.
I mean, do you really think xCloud's still popular?
Well, I do feel Game Pass is the gateway to xCloud. Now this game I had a lot of fun on. Origami 2. It's pretty much one of my favorite games of all time, which is Tenchu Stealth Assassin. It's like pretty much the damn near the same game.
So they announced your game's gonna get an animated series.
Hold on, what was that? I heard something was gonna animate.
Vampire Survivors.
Oh yeah. Yo, I like that game. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, Redfall's pretty much gonna be like the only new game up there on xCloud.
Now, Jenna, you might have issues just because it's a 120-inch screen. That might be the reason why it's artifacting. I don't know. That's a massive screen.
Yeah, you should be using some of those.
I'm gonna wait until it has a 60 frames. All right, I hear you, blood. Hello, you gonna be mad, Cowboy? I can't wait to try it though. You know.
Don't you think xCloud is due for some kind of improvement update, server blades update? You know, maybe go past the Series X and actually could probably compete with GFN.
Let me ask you this.
Like xCloud can become its own thing, like separate. Like you play on xCloud, this is more powerful than the Series X. Like that would be crazy.
That would give it a name. For sure. People don't know what the hell GFN is. But xCloud, more powerful than Series X. Whoa. Now, I don't think GoldenEye is in the cloud, right?
Yeah, it is.
Where?
Well, yeah, it's in there. Go to all games.
Let me just put Golden Eye. I don't know, bro. Here, let's see.
Yeah, GoldenEye's on cloud.
You sure about that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me go to all games. Because, guys, even if I don't like all console games, hold up. No, I want cloud games. Why is it filter console?
Are you on cloud gaming? Okay, go down. Go down to all games.
I mean,
Bottom. Oh wait, that is all the games.
Yeah, but it said all console games. All right, so let's look for GoldenEye. It's just called GoldenEye, right?
GoldenEye 007. The OG.
All right.
I think you passed it up.
I don't see it.
Right there. Next to Goat Simulator.
Oh wait, I just seen that. Hold up.
Right there, bottom right, left, bottom left.
Oh, there we
Bottom
go.
left, right there.
All right, so play on PC, console, and mobile devices. Maybe I should just sign up again right now. I'm doing it tomorrow regardless. And anyway, it's not like I'm gonna play right now, but all right, let's get back to the chat. Let me see. So let me see. Game Pass ruined my GoldenEye memory. So here's the thing. I don't blame Game Pass. I went to a retro party about 4-5 years ago, and they had a Nintendo 64 there. I was like, oh my god, yo! I played GoldenEye. I was like, what the, yo? The controls was terrible. I was like, yo, this just ruined my memory of this game. Yeah, it definitely didn't hold up well at all. That weird controller, you had to move left and right with the up, down, left, right. Yo, it was terrible.
So Urban brought up a good thing. This is actually what I did, and I did the CD keys discount, but that's through a third party discount. People.
Oh, that comes out May 12th. Okay, so we got delete ROM. Let me just see this real quick. Let me go ahead and download that. Let me see. Hold up. Let me see. I'll beam it to the Quest Theater. Let me see.
The thing about that, Urban, is you have to watch out with that because sometimes they'll have it in a small writing that you have to create a new account to activate.
Oh man, Cloudbuster's in the building. What's going on? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. One reason I bought Xbox was to play in 4K 120. Yeah, might be waiting a little bit for that. HDMI 2.1. Cowboy Game Pass, $8 on CD keys, $20 for 19.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. Cowboy Game Pass. Yeah, I'm not even worrying about that. I can spend the $15, bro. So
yeah, sometimes they can mess you over because they'll give you a key for like Argentina, and you not realize it till after you bought it.
It's not the screen size. Well, I will say this: if you gotta play it on your phone, try it on your phone, Jenna. It doesn't have and it doesn't have multiplayer. So yeah, I don't even want to play it anyway. Actually, I probably will play it just for the hell of it. See what it feel like. Did we finish with the boring UK stuff? Proto, yeah, we kind of got through that.
I guess so. I mean,
we're looking at Game Pass right now.
So you don't think they would pull out of UK? Yeah,
No,
altogether.
Not at all. Here's the thing. There's a such thing called general perception. If they did that, listen, people boycott for the dumbest reasons, all right? And I think they would have so much bad press. It would look like the company couldn't handle that, and they would be going the dirty. I'm just telling you how human beings are.
You think Microsoft would do like what they said and stop handling their cybersecurity?
Well, I was just talking about you saying, would they just pull out of the UK?
Yeah, so no, I'm just brainstorming some options out there.
I mean,
I mean,
I think
they
that would
they
start a
do
whole
have that
war.
leverage. They do have that leverage. They're Microsoft. They own Windows. They work for governments. Sony doesn't.
Yeah, but listen, would you want to lose all the gamers for a whole country just to get Activision, Blizzard, and King? I mean, I know that's a lot of money on the table.
True.
But it would take them years to recoup that 70 that money back anyway.
Like you were saying earlier that they should take King out.
They say who?
You were saying earlier that they should take King out the deal.
No. I wasn't saying that. What I was saying is that I don't think Microsoft needs the deal, but the only part of the deal I was saying that it would suck is King. King's the only part of the deal that makes sense because then they could get to be in the mobile market, which they aren't. And the mobile market is powerful. They don't need Call of Duty. Microsoft don't need Call of Duty. Microsoft don't need the Blizzard games either, right? I don't think so. But the King part of it is the only thing that's probably going to suck if the deal doesn't go through. Because that I see they could use for legit leverage. That's what we don't think about because we're console gamers, we're PC gamers. But all the mobile gamers, man, Candy Crush brings in a significant amount of money.
So Duncan brought up something to me.
Okay.
So because HBO Max is blocked over there in UK, they have a third-party distributor called Sky that gives them pretty much the same thing HBO Max does.
So what you're suggesting, because remember, we're talking about consoles. So if they just
maybe because they have EE, that phone company which already has Game Pass, that not change anything. Boosteroid not change. They still keep Call of Duty and all that on there. Anywhere keeps doing what they doing and being a Steam Deck, and you can play any game on Steam, which includes Xbox and Call of Duty.
I see what you're saying. If Microsoft physically backed out, you're saying people could still find a way to get their games.
Yeah.
Well, what about console owners? What about anybody above?
I don't know, because Luna brought up a good point earlier. He said Xbox looks like they're focusing away from making more consoles, and maybe so. I mean,
yeah, but
if they do, they can't, make the same mistake they did with the Series S.
Yeah, but think about it though. These consoles only been out for almost 3 years. What they will all the people who purchase their consoles, they're gonna say we're not gonna sell you games anymore. You know how crazy that sounds? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder did they pull Marvel Avengers already?
Sometimes you make your bed and you gotta lay in it.
Nah, they wouldn't do that, man. That would be I don't think so. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think they would want to cause that much chaos. That would be crazy. So yeah, I think they pulled Marvel Avengers. I know PlayStation was going to pull it soon. I think after the September 30th, it's going to be delisted. So no, there it is. Look, they still got it. They didn't pull it yet. This is still my current favorite game right now, guys. I'm currently trying to level my Hulk up to how powerful he was on Stadia. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's see.
So we gotta talk about tomorrow now, I guess. How you feeling about tomorrow?
Man, I'm feeling great. I'm looking forward to all right, later, Proto. I'm looking forward to playing Redfall. Again, remember I said that I wasn't going to get xCloud again. I said I didn't care to play Redfall and I was going to wait. But I like all the talk. I like that it has that buzz to it. And it is a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you want to play. So I'm like, you know what? I'll pay $15 to play it with my man FCat. We might like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. Like I said before, I'm not. That's right up my alley. And Xbox is known as the first-person shooter box, so
Right.
I want to see how good this game's gonna be. Now, yes, I will call it to the mat, as Lono quotes it. You know, because I was on the fence about Redfall from the beginning. I was like, you know, this looks like a Left 4 Dead clone, and people are like, oh, it's not a Left 4 Dead clone.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Far Cry.
Since it's only $8, he'll go ahead and buy a month of Game Pass tonight. So, yo, if you play with us tomorrow, that'd be dope, man. We already got me and FCat is jumping on there. FCat, I wonder if we're gonna have to play a little bit. Well, you probably play it before me, but I wonder if I'll have to play it a little bit before I could jump.
If you buy it right now, you could play it at 7:00.
7:00 p.m. Eastern.
And 2 more hours. No, actually 1 more hour.
Oh, your time. Wait, how is that possible?
They said it starts at 7 Central.
Tonight? I thought it was tomorrow.
Yeah. No. It starts tonight.
Oh, see, I heard you say that earlier, but I thought you was on some nonsense where you was gonna try to pirate it or do something crazy.
No.
Well, bro, we could play tonight. No, but that means it's gonna start at 8 p.m. my time, where I gotta watch wrestling. Yo, K9, what is going on? Yo,
I saw K9's video. About Redfall.
Oh yeah, yeah, like
he was mad about the always online thing.
Yo, he said, yo, Blood said, good things come to those who wait for 60 frames. Yo, that's hilarious. Lono is FCat's best friend from hate to love. Hey, man, listen, sometimes you settle your differences. K9 and I didn't like each other at first. And look at us. Cool as peas in the pod, man. That's my dude. Let me see. Cowboy, you better off trying Dead Rising 2 than Redfall. Yo, you said Dead Rising 2. Damn, that's taking it back. No, I'll be better off playing Dead Island 2, is I think was what you probably
No, my thing with Lono changed when I saw that video. And I was like, whoa, he got, Mewtwo'd.
So Dead Island, see, I wish Redfall had the graphics of Dead Island 2. Because I feel like as a vampire game, it would look cool if the graphics was like realistic looking, like the people was more realistic and not cartoonish looking. And they don't look super cartoonish, but they do have a little bit of that look. Whereas Dead Island, wow, Dead Island 2, the characters have like that realistic look to them. That was one of my my gripes, but that's just only like, that's not gonna have anything to do with the fun factor. So yep, TK didn't like me and still don't because he know I'm a threat in fighting games. Oh man, he said, bro, not just that, but you might need to make a Bethesda account to play it. Oh damn,
I have one.
Well, no, I got one because I was big into
I got one.
Yeah, Doom.
Yeah, you probably made one for Doom on Stadia.
Wow, yeah, but you still made a Bethesda account. Yeah, Doom was my 2020.
Elder Scrolls, you gotta make an account too.
Yeah, and I did that also.
Yeah,
I played the hell out of Elder Scrolls Online. But I like the guy and his Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pizza maker. Yeah, that is dope. Urban, you are no threat in the fighting games, but I'm cool with you. Yo, Cherry is back in the building. I said, yep, Dead Island 2. Yeah, I know exactly what you meant, Jenna. If I gotta make one, I'm not playing it. Oh, stop it, K9. Stop it. I bet if you had to make a Halo account, you would. Cherry been ducking me in fighting games too. Yo. You know what's crazy? I refreshed this, right? And it started the timer over, which is so weird. I don't know why it does that. So now it says I've been streaming for 5 minutes, which isn't the case. But I did start on time at 5:30. So I'm gonna go to 7:30. So I'm gonna go another half an hour, make it 2-hour show. And then I got a half an hour before wrestling. So maybe I'll try to level up my Hulk a little bit.
Yeah, the TK didn't like the whole phone number thing for Overwatch. I think they disabled that by now.
Mhm.
They were just doing that for the launch. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yo, Jenna Wilder, she said Redfall looked like the Minions movie. Yo, that's wild. I didn't play Overwatch 2 because of that BS. Not for you. Hey, K9, hold on. Let me back up a little bit. What's the BS for? What do you think? Like somebody's gonna start prank calling you at midnight or something? Like, what are we doing?
No, it's just a two-factor authenticator thing.
Yeah, but still, like, what's the problem? Now, I will say this: Ubisoft is annoying because technically I got 2 accounts, and I told you about that whole thing. So it is annoying when I gotta do anything Ubisoft because they still haven't got rid of 1 account. So I get that, but
like everything's turning into that. Like everything's getting that. Like you sign into something and you get an email and you have to verify it. I mean, it's the same thing with the phone number thing, and I mean, everybody's gonna start doing it. You're gonna be missing out on games.
Yeah, he's just not gonna play nothing. Once I'm done with Chariot Man, his Steam Deck is gonna be overheat for all of the combos. I own Dead or Alive, Street Fighter, Tekken, etc. We ain't see you play a fighting game since K9 beat the dog piss out of you in Power Rangers. So yeah, yo, Obi's back. He said Tekken. Someone said Tekken. Where when? Hey, you know Urban ain't playing nobody and nothing, bro. Urban's the biggest talker I met on the internet. My man swear he be doing something to be doing nothing. You had some good runs, Urban. You was good in Pac-Man. I give you that. Eventually, you got your skills up in Pac-Man because I used to mollywop you, and then eventually you got your skills up in Power Rangers because I used to mollywop you in that too. But nowadays, I don't even think you play any games. To be honest with you,
I don't know.
He said, I won that Power Rangers. You jinxed me. Hey, listen, you did beat K9 twice. Yeah, I could have left it there. But no, you listened to me. You went longer, and then he beat the dog piss out of you. That's not my fault.
So let me show one more thing.
Bet.
Share that screen. Share that screen.
Let's see it.
So this is how I pulled off the Grim Reaper last week. This is a free thing you can sign up for. It'll send you an email with the link to download it.
No, wait, I don't get it though. Is it something you just download to your computer?
Yeah.
Rumors Cowboy's gonna host a fight night.
So like
I'm just saying. All right, let's see it.
What up, Cowboy? Heard him. Go to the jungle. Fight. Catch spots.
Okay, that's kind of cool. So you just download it, and then what? You got like a little display that comes up, I guess, and then you just change your voice, right?
Yeah. It's AI. It's also AI or something.
Okay.
AI voice changer. So it's real time. It's crazy. They got some great funny shit
Jenna
on
is
there.
wilding. Jenna said how Microsoft is running their studios. The next Doom will look like Sackboy. Hey, don't do that to Doom. Doom is my game. Hey, Jenna, don't be jinxing my game. We ain't doing that over here. So, hate to be this way. Mark my words. What I'm going to do to you guys will be remember. Listen, bro. Listen. I'm tired of you and those fake threats, man.
TK, the link should be at the top.
Yeah.
Is it at the top?
Did I pin it? Hold up. Let me pin it real quick. Hold on. That's my bad. Whoops. Just trying to go back to the beginning. I just put another one in. Just put another one in. To join. Bam, there you go. All right, there you go. K9. Jump on in, and then I'll pin this one. That's my fault. It was all the way at the top, but All right, guys, if you want to jump on in, there you go. Listen, nobody's worried about you, Irvin. Nobody. And coming in, guys, live and direct is none other than my man, K9, coming from the pack. Let's go. Yo, K9, what's up, bro?
What up, bro? What up, man?
Hey, man, what this clown Urban talking about? You dog walked him.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you
bro.
can't just accept it, man.
Look, man, Urban would never accept that, bro. And that was like his main game. Power Rangers wasn't even my main game, bro.
What?
Like my dude had like 100 and something hours on that game and still got beat. So just wanted to put that out there. But no, Cowboy, man, I ain't cool with making accounts, bro. I'm not.
Hey, K9, why you like 1 foot away from being off the grid, bro?
Look. Here's the thing, because I look at how they end up taking advantage of certain things in the long run. Now, mind you, also I'm a physical person, right? So by doing stuff like that, that's them making the physical stuff like pointless. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like imagine you buy the game, right? Like you go to the store and you buy the game, right? And then you don't want to make an account. You cannot play the game that you bought right now because you're forced to make an account. Now, it's one thing if even the WWE 2K games don't do that. Now, when you start them up, they ask you to make an account. But if you be like, no, I don't want to make an account, you can still play it. When people need to get smarter and realize that when they start forcing you to do stuff, like if it's one thing if it's like, all right, you know what? Yeah, I make an account. I like this company or whatever the case may be. I got a Capcom account. Right, you know what I'm saying, but I was never forced to make a Capcom account. That was that was me on my own will. Decided to make a Capcom account. But if when this Redfall shit start up, and mind you, I'm looking forward to the game. But if that shit say, yo, you cannot progress until you make an account, I think I'm uninstalling that bitch. And then I'm gonna be
that's what happens in Elder Scrolls Online. If you ever play that, as soon as it starts up,
yo, you know what I'm sick of? FCAT, I'm sick of like the PC gamers and the mobile gamers who they've been selling their goddamn information and life away for the longest just to play goddamn games. I'm a console gamer. That's not what we supposed that's not what we supposed to be doing. Console gamers ain't supposed to have to buy a game and then make this account in order to play a game. No, that's the PC and mobile shit. That's that PC and mobile shit. So no, I don't like that. I don't like that shit.
So I do get that. You know what my thing is? I guess I'm just kind of like, I'm just kind of go with the flow, and I'm kind of like, if I want to play the game, then I'll play it however they want it. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, but see, it's like you can't always do that. Like eventually you people got to take a stand with something, or they just gonna have niggas. They just gonna constantly be taking advantage of people constantly. Because if people just well, you know what, shit, it's cool. Okay, what they want me to do this fine. Okay, what you want my social security number to play this game? That's cool. Like it's like, bro, like when is that gonna stop?
That's that tax game, Cowboy, we were talking about.
No, but here's the thing though, K9. I think technology, right? As much as these companies also want to get your info so they can send you little that's what they do. They just want your email so they can email you, oh, we got a new game coming out, or you can buy this or that. But as much as technology allows them to do that, it also protects us. Like, I'm not worried about some company get my information because I'm gonna be able to see it's them, and I'm gonna be able to get my bank or whoever to track them down, and you know what I mean? They're just not gonna get away with it.
No, it's not even just about that though. I get what you're saying with that, but it's not.
Oh wow, it's actually coming.
Listen, I got something for y'all though, K9. It said Mortal Kombat 12
what
gets
the
its
hell
first...
is that gay ass ad that's being played at the bottom, bro?
Oh, I have no clue. I didn't make this website, bro. But listen, it says while the game is still awaiting its full reveal, the upcoming Mortal Kombat 12 gets its very first teaser hinting at what's to come. So, do you think this is going to be the actual graphic now in red?
Nah, that looks horrible.
That looks stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks horrible.
Let me see. Mortal Kombat has received its first teaser trailer. The long-running success of the Mortal Kombat franchise has meant to be. All right, come on. Where is it at? Let me see. Another round. Studio. Is this actually? My boys put this in a thing. I want to actually see if this is it.
Does Mortal Kombat still have room? Like, is it not old enough to come out with more games? Do you think?
Oh yeah,
is it getting stale?
Bro, no, that shit's stale. It's fuck.
Well, Mortal Kombat 12 is coming out.
Yeah, it's coming out, but that shit, yo, I'm tired of that guy. Like,
hey K9, you know what they're gonna do?
Back in time. They went back in time again.
I mean, you could say the same about Street Fighter too, but then Street Fighter don't holds that title.
Time, but
bro,
no,
being the OG.
I've been done with Street Fighter, so
Street Fighter fire though.
I've been done with Street Fighter, yeah. So, but here's the thing, right? K9, you know what they're probably gonna do with Mortal Kombat? What they're doing with everything? I think what they're realizing is the fans of these games is dwindling a little bit, right? Because we're like, oh, it's old, it's getting tired, right? Like Mortal Kombat is like 8,000 of them. So then I see what they start doing with Tekken, Street Fighter. So what they figure is, okay, let's make this easy mode, easy way to play, so that way we could cater to the non-fans. And I think that's just what fighting games are doing to pull in new people. You know,
it's not that the fighting game it's not that fighting games are dwindling. The audience is still there. The fact is that there's so many casuals and non-gamers now who are like gaming that they just look at that like, oh, okay, we're going to still have these people who's going to constantly buy Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter who's just fans of the franchise. But instead of making it complex like how it should be or whatever, let's simplify it for the dumbasses who don't want to actually take the time to learn combos and practice. And you know, like that's the thing. Like I was talking to Hawk earlier because Hawk had played the Street Fighter 6 demo, and he was like, "Yo, why the hell they make this shit more simple?" He said, "Like, why did they simplify the controls and stuff like that?" And I was like, "Oh, that's for like the the casuals or whatever. Like that's for those people who like I say, they don't want to put in the time. Like I'm sorry, but with those type of games, if you don't want to put in the time, you shouldn't be fucking playing it. Like that's what
it was always used to be about. But
yeah,
I get it though.
I think
no. See, here's the thing. This is the thing, K9. I think sometimes what you leave off the table is a business. If it was your business, listen, fine. You could just say, you know what, or the image that I wanted is no longer there. I'm closing up shop. I'm done. Now, if it paid all your bills, you might try to work something around. And I think the thing is, these companies are realizing, man, we're not growing, and so we got to find a way to grab those casual people. Gaming is so large that these companies just trying to grab more people.
I would say,
I think in a way, there is a chance that that company gets hacked and your data does get compromised.
Hey, FK, we're talking about a whole different conversation now.
He's talking about putting your info in the game.
No.
That's a valid concern.
We're talking about fighting games and
fighting games
and making easy mode.
Like that's facts. I mean that's facts though, FK. But no, Cowboy. It's like the hardcore in the fighting game community. That's what keeps fighting games going. Casuals. They follow, right? You're not supposed to dumb down your game because it's gonna hurt the franchise overall, right? And what I mean by that is like Street Fighter 5 or like Street Fighter 5 actually did bad in a way on PlayStation or whatever. Like they didn't do what they expected that series to do. But when you make the game more simplistic, you take away like that I don't know, that wow factor.
I totally hear that, but what I don't hear you talk about is what I'm saying, right? You literally just said, FCAT said, do you guys think they got more games into Mortal Kombat? And your response was Mortal Kombat is pretty much done, right? You feel that it's going downhill. So if it is going downhill, why would you not think the company should try something new to pull in more people?
So surprisingly, my favorite Mortal Kombat game was Shaolin Monks. Okay. That game was hated on.
No. Shaolin Monks, people fuck with Shaolin Monks. People fuck with Shaolin Monks.
That was made for casuals, though.
Yeah, that was like a cat. It's just like Cowboy, like MKX, right? It's it has a better reception than MK11
Oh
because
yeah, definitely,
MK11 went the casual route, right? They
bro.
they traded in the actual combo system for the shit, what the fuck did they call it? The
They, what is the
no, like
variant? What do they
no,
call it?
no, they had the variation. It was the
Yeah.
they traded in the combo system for like you had like the little cinematic moves that will pop up or whatever. I forgot what they was
Right.
called. I have
Oh,
a
you're
video
talking about
of
that?
MK11
Well,
that's
they used to be called
crushing
X-rays.
blows. No, crushing blows.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah, yeah.
yeah, so when in MKX you had to actually learn how to do the combos to get the combo damage.
Hmm.
What MK11 did was it made it so there were certain stipulations in the match so you can enhance the damage output. So you would get the little crushing blow, like the
Right.
crushing blow scene, right? Then with the X-rays used to be tied to your meter system,
Yeah, I
which
remember that.
the X-ray you could choose to use it for defense, or you can enhance like your offense abilities and stuff like that, right? Or you could cash everything in for the X-ray, which would leave you with all of your resources drained.
Right.
MK11, they pretty much gave you a free X-ray. So if you was losing in the match, you could just pop it, and even if you didn't hit the person, you would
Right.
get
It
it
comes
back.
back.
It comes so, but the MK11, it pretty much died off. Like nobody really was fucking with MK11 like that after a while. Where
Yeah,
MKX to this day,
but
people are still playing
here's what
MKX.
I'm asking you though. This I need your response, bro. I need to hear it. So I agree. Yo, ask anybody. Bro, I just didn't mess with MK11. I got it, and I was like, yo, I don't like this. I love 9, and I was like, yo, I don't like this whole variation thing they talking about. They pulled it off in 10. I was like, you know what? Because each variation felt like a legit different character. Part 11, they just made you let you do your own. So then
Yeah,
the different variations they gave you, they didn't even feel that far apart, and they didn't give you that much different stuff to make anyway. We all felt the same. But my thing is this: you said it fell off, right? And you said more people, people still playing 10. So what I'm trying to get to you is that if as a business and they say, damn, we came out with 11 and people still like 10 more, I feel like, yes, we could knock them because, yo, y'all made some decisions people don't like.
right.
But if they say, you know what, and again, we're just saying this, nobody said Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat is going to have an easy mode. But if they decide to have an easy way to play because they want to grab more casuals, because that means more income, more revenue. Hey, listen, bro, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm asking you though. I get it. Your stance is always low. You gotta cater to the fans, but also there's a certain thing called creativity. So you gotta see, right? Like they decided, yo, people like variations. What if you could create your own? Remember, they had one point in time you create your own fatality. That fell pretty horribly. But hey, I give them credit. They tried it, right? So my whole thing is, do you not say, okay, you know what? Would you rather Mortal Kombat just die because nobody's playing it, or they say, you know what, we gotta find a way to bring in more players? That's all I'm asking.
Okay, so yeah, it's find a way to bring in more players, but by bringing in the casuals, that's when it fell off because MKX isn't perceived to be for the casuals in that franchise. You get what I'm saying? MK11 was that. So when you did try to bring in the casuals, it kind of hurt the perception of your game. So it's like like the actual players, like people like Sonic Fox and people like that would tell you that they would rather play MKX, right? So if what you did for MK11 was to bring in more people, but there's
Mhm.
more people who want to play MKX rather than MK11, that means that you failed. So that means that now you have to refine yourself. It's kind of like, I mean, shit, kind of think about what Xbox is doing right now. Xbox is trying to bring in like new people and it's not necessarily fully
Right.
working for them, right? So all I'm saying is like maybe their chance at bringing in the casuals was for MK11. It was for MK11 and it didn't
Okay.
pan out the way that they thought it was because the perception wasn't like, oh, MK11 is the best, like Mortal Kombat or whatever the case may be. So maybe you have to go back and be like, okay, what made MKX so popular to the point where the
Mhm.
hardcore and the casuals wanted to play MKX? You get what I'm saying? So
No, yeah.
that's
Listen,
on them.
I think what messed them up is they introduced a variation and they it worked, and then they just try to deviate. Listen, I would have waited like 2 more games before I said, okay, now we're gonna allow you to create your own variation. Like that was too quick. and I feel like it wasn't fully thought through. That was one of the big differences, and also the bunch of stuff you mentioned as well. But no, I was just curious what you thought about revenue, right? Because I think that is another side to these companies, right? They're trying to make money. That's why Microsoft is trying to buy the ABK deal, right? So because if they can secure a lot of money. Now, what they're gonna do with it, who the hell knows? But I see what they're trying for, right? You know, if you lose the money, you want to make money, or you're gonna close up shop. So if these companies say, okay, like look, we got Tekken doing it, we got Street Fighter doing it, that's obviously showing they're trying to pull in more people, and more people mean revenue. So
I think like you mentioned Tekken, right? And Tekken is a good example. Tekken didn't start off with the auto combos and stuff like that. It got added over time with Tekken 7. Like I'm saying, when Tekken 7 first came out, the auto combos weren't there. Remember, like that got added in. My thing is, you never promote to the casuals when it comes to competitive stuff first, right? You make sure you bring in the hardcore, because the hardcore is going to show you how your game, like what is really possible with your game, right? Like you always cater to the core when you're promoting your stuff, because the core is going to get the casuals to follow suit. When you promote to the casuals, the hardcore don't want to play that shit because it's so simple and basic. And then the casuals are the type of people who, once the next thing comes out, they move right on to it.
I have to agree with you. So hardcore people put their time in, so it's harder for them to leave because they invested. Where the casuals like, yo, this is fun. Oh, what Mario?
What's this new shiny toy? What's this new shiny?
Yeah, I'm out. Well, that is true, and I think that's a dangerous game. I mean, not for nothing, I said this to Doc Dark earlier, right? So I said, you brag on Xbox because Game Pass. You brag on Game Pass, right? So watch how I set him up for this. I said, you brag on Game Pass because you're saving $70, and all you have to do is spend 15 or 10 or 15 to play the same game. He said, yeah, look how I'm saving. I said, well, bro, it's the same thing. I'm bragging on Xbox because I saved $300 or $500 because I'm playing the games without a console. He was like, oh. I was like, so look at that way. You know? So and that's the problem though, because you letting me be a casual fan. I'm not, because I'm literally gonna play Redfall tomorrow, right? Through xCloud. Now, would it look way better on a console? Hell yeah. But you're allowing me not to.
Facts.
So why would I?
They undercutting their own product.
Yes.
So stupid.
And yo, you know what I said when cloud gaming was getting up there, right? And everybody's talking about Stadia. I said, bro, when people was like, oh, what if they have the same games on they was like talking about PlayStation. They said, what if you could get a day and date game on the cloud, right? And I said, bro, the moment you do that, you're your own competition. Because why the hell am I going to buy a console and I can play the same game? They can be like, because it's going to look better. I get it. But there's casuals. We're going to go back to that. That's going to be like, so I just want to play the game.
I just want to play the game. Yep.
And if your internet is good, like tomorrow, you're going to say, I'm going to play it. And I told everybody, listen, when I play it, we're going to point out any little inconsistency. If it's pixelating, it's artifacting. But bro, for the most part, I think I might have a smooth play. It ain't gonna be amazing. It ain't gonna look as good as it would if I had a Series X, but I guarantee I'm gonna be like, yo, it was playable. And that right there is stopping me from buying the damn console.
Yeah, like the crazy thing is that's how they're promoting it. Like it's even worse because like with PlayStation, right? Yeah, like PlayStation, they eventually send their games over to PC like a year or so later or whatever the case may be, right? But it's still giving you a reason to own a console if you want to play it right away. And then not only that, but then you have some of the PlayStation games that's getting ported to PC, and they're like, well, yeah, shit, run better on our console. I mean, what you expect, right? Whereas Xbox is like, well, yeah, it's gonna run better on PC. It's like, what the fuck?
Like hold up. Now, here's what's funny, K9. Here's what's funny. So they make you get a PlayStation or a Nintendo so you can play that one game you wanted. You know you're gonna find other games, and next you know, bro, now you in that ecosystem. Xbox is like, go play it on. You don't even gotta be in our ecosystem. Stay over at PC. Like, hold on, wait. You just told me I could stay at PC? Yeah. Like, yeah. Then you a damn sure ain't buying a console.
Yo,
and that's the thing. PC will always be the answer because PC is always ahead of console.
Well,
No,
no,
but Cat, there's people like me and K9 that we're never bro. I'm not gonna say never, never, but most likely
I'm never going to PC.
I'm never going to PC.
I actually
Right.
feel like PC is in a way holding back gaming, like with how it is right now. I think if people minds wasn't like
hold on. This is a hot take. Go ahead. All right. Go ahead.
Think about back in the day, right? When
Okay.
PC, like when the consoles used to get their exclusives or whatever, or their console versions, the PC majority of the time didn't get those shits till way later on, right?
Way
Now,
later.
way later on. Now we were fine with whatever frames we was playing with, and if you wanted those personal settings because it's a personal preference and you was on PC, your ass had to fucking wait. Right. But now, because everybody is drip feeding these console gamers to think that everything needs to be like a PC or whatever the case may be. Now it's like, I feel like these developers feel like, okay, well, now we can't release this game until it's like 60, or we can't release this game until it's like on this par or whatever. Where if the console gamers didn't have the same mindset as the PC gamers, they would probably be getting their console releases like way before PC. PC gamers would still have to wait, and then when the game would finally come out, it's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, you can play it at whatever frames on your PC or whatever. But now it's like everybody has to wait now because there's certain standards that people are like, well, if it's not these frames, I'm not even playing the game. Well, you're not getting the fucking game now. Now you're not even getting the game or whatever because you're a console gamer who want to have frames like a PC when the option is there for you to still get a fucking PC.
Right.
So it's kind of like that PC mindset is holding back. It's holding back games. Like PC gamers, they get these PCs, but then they wait for these console type games to come out on their PC. They're not playing the actual PC games that most PC gamers are playing. They're waiting for the console type.
Can I just jump in there real quick?
And the thing is, you know why they're waiting?
Because
they wanna hack that motherfucker.
No, but listen. I want to jump in.
They want to hack in that motherfucker.
I hear when K9 say that, and I don't think people understand what he's saying because people are like, what do you mean? Those games, you know what a PC game is. Those are the game where you use X, Y, B, Z. They got a million things on the screen. You scroll from here to there. Because people get me mad because they're like, I watch people when you explain it, and they're like, we always had the same games. No, bro. I remember, we both worked at gaming stores, bro. And PC
I worked at
GameStop. Bro, it's like a million buttons on the screen. I'm like, bro, I can never do it. So now they're making games where now PC gamers like, we want that same experience, right? But these games aren't the traditional PC games. And look, when they bring a PC game to a console and they try to dumb it down, you're like, the people who play a PC version, like, damn, you're missing mad selections. Or look at something like Elder Scrolls Online,
Crossfire X,
right? And you hit one button and to pull up this big menu. I'm like, what the
fuck is that?
Crossfire X, good example, was massive, popular PC game, came to console and shut down.
Yeah, because they're all different type of gamers. It's like, for me, honestly, I think majority of mobile gamers are like those Candy Crush type. Like my girl even be playing like stuff like Bejeweled and those type of games on her phone or whatever. It's different type of games. Like, it's different type of games. It's different type of gamers or whatever. So I hate that too, Cowboy, when you say PC games and what you talking about PC game, motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, bro. You know what I'm talking about.
Yo, I actually got back into Bejeweled Stars.
I used to rock with Bejeweled back in the day. You know, when you're just sitting there, nothing to do, sitting on the couch, watching some show, throw it on real quick, or like them little card games. Bro, I used to play this Transformers card game on my phone. I played it every day for 2 years. Like, because you will get a little every day you will get free cards. It was quick. You just turn it on real quick for 5 minutes, and then that was it for the day. Next day, turn it on real quick. So that's what we're talking about. And like, console gaming is that typical, you turn the game on, you jump in, and X, Y, B, A, or whatever is a different button, right? You got your back buttons, you got your D-pad, and that was it. When you play PC, your mouse going to do this, you're going to have you got all these things accessible. And that's what we're talking about. And people try to merge them, and it's really not it. Like, why has World of Warcraft never came on console yet?
Yo,
they couldn't do it,
bruh. It's like the video I made yesterday, right? Like when I was talking about not wanting to make accounts and blah 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 blah, right? It was this dumbass dude Wilkins. I just remember the name. He was like, "Well, hi." He was like, "Wow, you're so late to the party." He was like, "PC gamers and mobile gamers been having to do this for a while." Motherfucker, I'm a console gamer. Like,
right?
Like it's like, yo, I don't get why I have to constantly tell people that, like, when PC gamers come in there, I don't care about PC gaming, bro. I don't care. I'm a console gamer.
Right.
Whatever you have to do with your PC and stuff like that, that's why I chose to play on consoles. I choose to play on consoles.
Yeah, and so K9, I'm like you though. I'm like you. So here's my thing. When you said, and you said it loud too, with Gotham Knight, you said, bro, then if you can't handle 30, buy a PC. Bro, I'm a console gamer. If they give me my 30, I'm gonna get it. Because here's the thing with consoles, and I'm not knocking PC. I know what I'm getting, right? If you say the box could do this or that, but if the developer chose 30, then guess what? I get what I get. I paid my price, so I'm happy with what I got. But if I jump on PC and I'm not knocking PC, the fact that I could do this, I could do that, do this or that, bro, I get lost when I get too many options, and I'm gonna be like, yo, it's just too much. And then if I spend all this money on this new card, and then a year later another card come out, I'm gonna be pissed off. I ain't gonna lie to you. So give me my console for one price. I have it for about 7 to 8, 10 years, and then give me another one, and I'm good.
For me with PC gaming, it's like I gotta install like 3 different anti cheats and run them all at the same time, so I don't get hacked on or something. Like, and games on PC like die faster, like a lot faster. But if the game's got a mostly negative, if the game's got a mostly negative review, that game's probably dead. Like on PC.
I will say this though, and I just want people to know, we're nowhere are we saying FPC and PC gamers. We're just saying what we like. Now, FCAT dabble in it more than we do. Me and K9 do. But listen, bro, if you're one of those people that love to tinker, by all means, get that 4080, 4090, like blow the doors off for graphics. That's cool. I'm just saying, and a K9 and we're just saying that's not us. And that's fine.
Because for me, like, all right, for instance, right, Cowboy, like I hate when like PC gamers they don't get it. It's a personal preference for your settings, right? Like imagine if you're a developer, right, Cowboy, and you're like, you know what, I really want my game. I like the preferred way to play my game is at 30, right? Like and that's in your mind is how you want to make your game, right? Like let's just say you like, yo, I really just want my game to be at 30. I want the animations to be like this. I want the animations to be like that. And you put it on console, right? But then you come out with the PC version. You're like, well, I know they're gonna mess with everything or whatever, but they're not playing the game how I envisioned them to play the game, right? The PC gamers are going to still try to make fun of the fact that it's 30 frames per second on console, even though the developer, that's how he intended for the game to be played. Now you're just letting your personal preference be like, oh wow, why is not 60 on your on the consoles or whatever? It's like, well, shit, I'm trying to actually give the console gamers the full experience that I like the way I wanted them to experience my game. Yeah, like how I envisioned the game to be played.
Well,
and that's
the thing is with PCs, I think is what people it's different, right? And it's not a fair talking point. The consoles are made to do a certain amount of computing, right? And the companies have a vision for their game, and they optimize their game based off of what they're working with. Now they do the same thing with a PC, but on a PC, you can step over what the person envisioned.
Yep.
That's on you. But remember, they even said 13% of PC owners, only 13% own a 3080 or above.
Yep.
Yo, think of that. So when all the people putting their chests out and bragging, it's like, bro, like 80% of the gamers can't even do what you're saying you could do.
So the thing about the games coming over from PC, I do like when that happens, but then sometimes when that happens, the game ends up bad or shutting down or something. I mean, for example, look at Crossfire X. Another example, Lawbreakers was on PC first, came to console, shut down. Now they're talking about bringing it back. You know, who knows? What else? They saying Shadowline might come to the console. I would love to see that. You know, they're talking about Valorant coming to console. I would like to see that too, but then PC people are gonna get mad about it.
Well, I want to say what's up to Ronan in the building, and Ronan is in the
shout out
building.
my boy Cal. Shout out my boy Cal, bro.
Yeah, my man Cal in the building. Make sure you guys like the video. Proto said, "How come he's the only one not having the problem with PC?" Proto, here's my thing with you, bro. Stop playing. I know you got like a 1005 PC. You don't got a powerful PC. You just deal with what you deal with, you know. And I get it because you're younger, you're a teenager. So at the end of the day, you know, you gotta get what you get. But the thing is, everybody could be okay with whatever they play on, right? It's just it depends on you and what bothers you that much and make you complain about what you own. What's the problem is people complain about what they don't own. People will get mad and complain about what you play on and they don't have it. Like, how you mad for me?
Like I got a PC that I choose not to play on though.
Yeah, well, same thing with me. Like somebody told me the other day. Somebody's like, bro, download no, it's Doc. Doc said, nah, Cowboy, I want you to download Redfall on your laptop and play it that way. I said, bro, I'm fine playing it on X-File. I'll be all right.
Right.
I'll be all right.
Yeah, like this.
I get it though. Yeah, would it look better if I had a console? Yes. Would it look better if I download to my PC? That I don't know because I don't know. Like my PC is a 2060. I don't get all that 2060 RTX. Blah blah blah. So yeah.
Then also with PC, there's so many ecosystems you have to buy into. Like
I didn't even know that. I just learned that like a month ago. I was blown. My mind was blown. Right, go ahead, explain that.
So so they got the Windows Store or the Xbox PC thing, and you buy it from there. You can only play it on their thing. You know, Epic. You buy, Epic. You know, buy it on there. You only play it on there. Steam, same thing. BattleNet, same thing.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing until y'all was telling me. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, they got launcher wars over there, bro. Now, hey, let me ask you a question, Cowboy, because I think I know what the answer gonna be, because you a console gamer. When it comes to games, would you rather have a custom character or like already pre-made character, like one that they already got a story for and all that? Right. Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Just give me a character. Just give me the character and let me rock with them.
Same. I don't want it. Like I'd rather just have a character that is
just bro. Character story. This is your game. You decided that dude name was gonna be Chris Williams. Let me rock with Chris Williams and do Chris Williams. Like unless you're gonna start making every game I could put my own face. You want to be the Cowboy? I just download the Cowboy, but I gotta spend hours upon hours. That's me, bro. Just give me the character and let me rock. Yeah, that's me.
Because like even with like the wrestling games, like I prefer playing with the actual wrestlers.
I do too. Hey, K9, we had a big issue with that. So when I first started the league, some people was like, and my boy Rose said it too. He's like, yo, why we can't make our own people? I said, bro, because not everybody want to do that. Yeah. And then you got to worry about it's taking you forever to build up your character. Now you are 70 and we using 89s, you getting dumped on your head. Or now we got to worry about you being 100 and you dumping us on our head. Like it's just simpler if we all play with characters that's in the game. You know, it just be it even across the board. And then we don't have to worry about you tweak this. And then I can't tell you not to build your character up to 100. Right. Once I tell you can use them. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, yeah. Now, granted, back in the day, this week, I'm going like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I used to be into making like made up characters. They look super cool, you know, dude with a dragon mask on and all that crazy stuff. Yeah. But it just got to the point where it was like, it's just too much variations, and somebody's always going to complain and cry that your character is more powerful and you did this, and then people go, hey, K9, you know that you always had to play with somebody, and you might have been one of them. They put all the cheesy moves on, so every move they had was hard to counter. And how they didn't.
Look, I know that was you, bro. Hell no,
I know that was you.
I like playing with the actual wrestlers, so I was the one. Like I hated WWE 2K19 because of that. Right, on the online mode, you could not turn off custom characters. Right, so you was forced. If somebody wanted to play with 100 overall character, you had no way of turning that off.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, on WWE 2K19. That's why some people who like 2K19 as much as they do, because they was able to get away with. Yeah,
Yeah,
They was
yeah,
able
he
to get away
still.
with that cheesy ass
Yeah.
shit, bro.
You see, hey, K9, believe it or not, bro, as much as I've been into them, this is the first year I've ever played it online. We was never really into, like I said, we did a wrestling league in-house. We all got together and played in person, you know.
Right,
So this is
right,
the
right.
first time I ever played online. And it's fun for what it is. I mean, I can't stand these bro, they got to fix these servers. Now, last week it
Service is
wasn't
ass.
as bad. It happened like only 3 times. So it was
Yeah.
only a 4 hour stream versus a 6 hour stream. But
Yo, you gonna have your good days and you gonna have your bad
yeah.
days or whatever. But the thing is, 2K makes way too much money to have those trash ass servers,
Yeah,
bro.
that ain't
Yeah, that needs to change for real with 2K, man. Like
uh
that's crazy, man.
yeah, definitely. Let me see. What did he say? He said Proto said custom characters should be in a lot more games, but they should all be cosmetics or like Destiny. No, yeah, so that would be better, right? Um yeah, so K9, what about that, right? You just have like, pre-made, you slap on the outfit, on the character, like Destiny kind of, instead of you creating the eyes and the ears and the nose and the mouth. What about that
No, I,
customization?
I like having I no, I mean, I don't mind if you like customize the outfits and stuff like that, but
Right.
I'm just kind of like that person. I just like having my character. Like in Ninja Gaiden, I like Ryu
Ryu
Hayabusa. You get what I'm
Hayabusa.
saying?
Yeah,
Like I
you like
like
it.
Ryu
Yeah.
Hayabusa. I like if I'm playing Bayonetta, I want to play as Bayonetta. If I'm playing when I'm playing the Mario games, right?
Mhm.
I never want to play as the me characters. I'm picking a Mario. Well, I'm picking Princess Peach. Like,
Well,
let me
you
stop
know what's
playing. I'm
crazy?
picking Princess
Now,
Peach.
K9, what's crazy is I always said I really like My Nation Racer, right?
Mhm.
But it wasn't because I was making my own characters. I was downloading Kratos, driving the Optimus Prime.
Right, right.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
I was
yeah.
trying to play with
With a
prominent
player.
characters you
Yeah,
heard
right,
of.
right,
Yeah.
right. So that's where I am with that. Like, and I don't know. Like, I mean, I could do custom characters in some
Mhm.
games or whatever. But I like when if it's a game like that. Like, let's just say, Saints Row, right? Saints Row is kind of one that you always make the boss, right? Like you make
Right.
your character, right? But
Right.
it wasn't the boss that was my favorite character, even though that was the character I was playing as. It was like Pierce, it was Shandy, it was Gat, it
Mhm.
was them or whatever. Like, and
Mhm.
that's because they was already pre-made characters. They already had everything like that they
Right.
was gonna, like how their story was gonna play out. I like that. Like a custom character is just like, here, make your character and play the game. And most of the time, you're gonna be like some silent protagonist anyway, just sitting there while
Yeah.
while motherfuckers talking, just looking stupid. Just looking
He said I need that cowboy face in my games. We'll happily play Gears of War just to shoot locusts with a face. Oh man. Yo, I said this, K9. I personally, I know it's doom and gloom for Xbox. I think they could turn it around, bro. They just need to make games. Bro, let the Activision deal go and just bring out a couple bro, if listen, maybe 2023
Mm.
might be a wash, right? I
Maybe
don't
with
know.
that
We'll
dress,
we'll see what
bro.
happens. Because maybe, right? Maybe Redfall might turn it around.
Boy, hell no, Redfall
All
ain't
right, all
gonna
right,
turn
fine.
this.
All right, fine,
Hell
fine.
no.
Redfall is out the window. All right, fine. Because I know the reviews already came out and they ain't looking good. But
Look,
maybe start. Okay, so let's say 2024, right? Bro, let's say
uh,
2024. If they have some banging games, they could turn it around,
it's
man.
too late. Listen, it's too late with this generation, and I feel
Okay.
like they done hurt the games that they haven't even dropped yet. They done hurt them because, yeah, like a game like Hellblade 2 is probably gonna be fire, Cowboy,
I was
amazing.
gonna bring that up. See, I
But
was gonna say that's my most anticipated Xbox game.
but their marketing is ass. They're getting to the point where, I mean, look, at the end of the day, you're gonna have probably more PC gamers who gonna be like, well, fuck yeah, I'm gonna play that so I can max out my PC, like my PC to the max. So to me, yeah, it's gonna still like go good for Xbox, like as far as I guess. Well, hold on, no, hold on. Let me clear this up. I
Okay.
don't think that Hellblade 2 is going to do the numbers that Xbox would want it to do, and bless
Okay.
you. But I think that it's going to get good reviews on the internet, but it's not going to be that
Okay.
iconic household name. You get what I'm saying? You know how, like, when I just
Right.
mentioned Ninja Gaiden, you was able Ryu Hayabusa,
Hell
right?
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Halo, Master Chief,
Right.
like
Yeah.
God of War, Kratos,
Yep.
Uncharted, Nathan Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like Tomb Raider, Lord Croft. I
Right.
don't think that they're going to have Senua be a household name. Like
Yeah.
and they're going to fail Hellblade. Hellblade is going to deliver, but Xbox is
Yeah.
going to fail Hellblade. That's
Yeah.
how like that's how I feel. Like the same way I feel like Xbox is failing a lot of their games. Xbox felt Hi-Fi Rush. If you ask me, they felt Hi-Fi Rush. It's no
Mm,
why would you just think about this, Cowboy? Why would
mm,
you release Redfall with a disc that's pretty much pointless because you have so many stipulations and requirements that is no
mhm.
point even having a disc, right? But you release that at $70. But then a game like Hi-Fi Rush that was pretty much flawless, no bugs, no nothing. It was pretty much just a
Yeah.
flawless
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
You don't even release a disc version on that. You get
That
what
was
like
crazy. Yeah.
if that was Nintendo with that game, Chai, 808, Peppermint, like all of them would have
Hmm.
already been like
They'd have had
household. They
plushies.
would have, yeah,
Yeah.
yo, like they are stupid as hell, bro. Like so, no, their marketing is going to fail them, bro.
You know what's
Like,
crazy? No one bashes the game. Everybody talk
mhm,
highly about it. They could have literally pushed that game.
yep,
People talk about Hi-Fi Rush, or for me personally, as if it's bigger than what it was. And I feel like, bro, ride that success. You got no one says nothing bad about the game.
right. Right. It's just Xbox felt with the mark. You stealth dropped that one instead of like working out a deal with like Netflix because it already seemed like a Saturday night, I mean a Saturday morning cartoon type
Yeah,
of thing.
right.
You could have did something with that. You could have had marketing out the ass. You could like you said, they could have had merchandise. They could have had all of this stuff already or whatever. But
Hmm.
instead, they just stealth drop. You
Yeah.
stealth
What's
drop
up,
this
Purple
game.
Haze in the
Like
building?
that's bro. They still
Yeah,
what
I
up,
agree.
purple? Shout out purple. Shout out purple. But
Perp.
yeah,
I think yeah, man, you were definitely hitting it, man. Because honestly, if Hi-Fi Rush came out as a Nintendo exclusive, that would have been the new, like one of the new
mhm,
Nintendo games. Like he'd have been the new one of the new characters. You
yep,
knew for sure he was going to be in the next Smash Brothers. You know for
facts.
sure, like he would have been. Chai would have been one of the new characters.
Yo, of course, bro. Oh my God, course. Oh my God, that was my baby right there. That was my
Hmm.
baby right there. Like peppermint go hard. 808 the cat. Do you know, bro? Do you know how many motherfuckers love cats? Look at
Bro,
Stray.
hey, bro, they could have had just a round 808 head, and you would have pressed it, and it would have talked and all that. Like,
Ooh, we got
Cowboy.
purple in the
They could have
house.
they could have came out with a custom Xbox Series X console, and 808 could have been the button.
yeah,
I'm bruh.
Speaking of Xbox, TK, do you think that they're gonna pull out the UK?
Bruh, look, I don't know, but you know what? It was funny. Xbox been handing out all of these 10-year deals. It seemed like the CMA gave them motherfuckers a deal. They said,
yo,
"Hey, how
hey, when
about
I
we?"
heard that earlier, hey, I opened up saying that, yo, I was crying, bro.
Hey,
They said,
Cowboy, I
listen,
got that as a title for the podcast today, bro.
yo, yeah, we gotta check that. Yo, what time you streaming tonight?
Hey, yo, like nine-ish. Nine-ish. You
Okay,
know I'm never on the phone.
yo, that bro, I heard that, I was crying. They
Damn.
said, yeah, they gave Xbox a 10-year deal. Said, damn, bro,
I say you keep handing out all these 10-year deals. It go on, motherfucker. That shit blocked for 10 years.
damn.
Damn. You think they'll
Well,
get around it? You think
Hey,
hold up,
Microsoft will get around that?
hold up,
maybe.
hold
I
up.
think they'll find a way.
Yeah.
They'll
Oh,
find
you
a
know,
way.
I think listen, they could shoot their shot, meaning they could appeal it. And then if
Well,
listen, here's the thing,
that's the
man.
thing. When they appeal, all they gotta do is prove that GFN is better than Nextcloud. That's it.
Listen, this is the thing, bro. We just gotta be grown men and let them do their business. They could appeal it, and if they win, good. If they lose, good. Like it is what it is, bro. Because games still gonna come out, and we still gonna play them. So who, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I mean, it's a good talking points. This, we all got stuff to talk about because of these dumb deals.
Nah,
But
bro, because Purple's in the chat talking about. She said it's
I
not
want to
gonna
say
go
the
through.
purple.
Hey,
I don't.
Purple said it. Yo, Purple. I mean, Purple, like, Yeah, she was one of the first ones saying it. I give her that.
Yeah, Purple. I don't think Jenna Hayes. Well, I referred to Jenna Hayes as a female, and they responded to me and didn't say they wasn't. So, my best guess is Mr. Urban Roll is probably Jenna Hayes, because every time there's a new person come around, I'm always like, it's Mr. Urban Roll another account. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm sticking to.
We need Purple and Holtz in here on that issue.
Listen, y'all ain't gonna mess me up. I'm getting off in 10 minutes.
Hey, Purple Haze, you playing Redfall?
Yeah, Purple. Are you playing Redfall?
That would be cool. That would be cool if Purple Haze like joined up with y'all tomorrow.
Hey, bro, tomorrow, listen, we playing at 5:30. Purple. It's gonna be me, FCat, Mr. Urban World, and we got a space for one more person. So somebody tell me who's gonna get that spot. Let's play some Redfall together. Y'all guys might play a little bit earlier than me, but it doesn't matter. Let's play some Redfall together.
They said it's better
hey,
to play with people.
That ain't right. She said, "What's Redfall?" That ain't right.
They did say the game is better to play with other people.
I think it's so. Hey Cowboy, did you see when I asked my boy at work about Redfall? He was like, hold on, Redfall? That's an old game, ain't it? Is that a remake? I was like, bro, look, you don't know, bro. He was like, hold on, no, it's a remake, right? He's like, bro, look, you ain't gotta lie, bro. You don't know what the fuck this shit is.
Yeah, you don't know what it is. Just let it go.
Just let it go, bro.
Damn,
there was a game called Earthfall, which was
like
a Left 4 Dead clone came out.
Yo, hold on. He said more like Deadfall. You look, y'all laughing, bro. Hey, y'all laughing. K9, watch. I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow night. I'm like, K9, it's my new favorite game, bro.
No, look, Cowboy. I do want to play Redfall. I'm actually excited for Redfall, right? Like like me personally, I still think Redfall looks interesting. It's just I have morals that I stick by, and if I didn't play Overwatch 2, and I'm telling you, if I do a video of my game room, it's a section of my game room that's literally just Overwatch. Like I love Tracer, Widowmaker. Like Overwatch is my shit, but I don't like giving out. Like I don't like feeling like being forced to make accounts. So hopefully that's not the case, because I do want to play the game, and if I'm not able to play the game, it's gonna suck.
Hopefully
you can play the game as long as you don't touch my girlfriend's Diva and May.
Listen, hopefully they realize that's more restrictions. But you know what's cool? So I personally wish all right, I'm gonna play it anyway because I want to play it for fun factor. But I think a vampire game should have had more realistic look. Like I think it should have looked like how Dead Island 2 looked. All right, so I'm gonna get past that. I'm not gonna complain about that. What was cool was when they released that one video when they told how you got to kill like a mini boss and then get to the big boss, and that's how you clear out a whole section. That sounds fun. So I think that's going to be fun with 3 other people running around. We learning the game together. Hopefully the gameplay is dope. It looked like it's gonna be fun.
It looked like it's gonna be fun, man. Like, and it would just to me, it would just be more bad news around Xbox if that is the case, because when you look at games like Left 4 Dead, you don't need to make a account for Left 4 Dead. When you, even Back 4 Blood that came out that would be similar. You didn't need to
see that's the thing I was gonna bring up. Back 4 Blood, like everybody keeps bringing that up and remembering that. The reason why that was so bad because at launch they made it so hard. Even easy mode is like the insane mode, and like it's nearly impossible.
You know what I didn't like about Back 4 Blood was the card system. I hated the card system.
I
thought that shit was corny.
It was kind of corny, but that wasn't like the overall problem with the game.
No, it had other problems.
When I played it in beta, it was fine, but then when it launched, it was like harder than hard. Like easy mode was the insane mode. Like there was no difference.
Maroon, I did play Blood Hunt, and it's decent. I tried to give it a chance.
Is that the Vampire Battle Royale?
Yeah, Vampire Battle Royale. It's cool. Right. But I couldn't.
It's different.
PlayStation motherfuckers was hyping that shit up.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I played it. And I was like, I don't know about this one, bro.
Hey, look, I say this though: if I can't play Redfall, I'm going to start Forspoken. I'm gonna start Forspoken. I'm gonna stream
Okay, cool.
on Twitch.
Yo, I see. You know what's cool? I can't wait till you actually play because I know you're gonna be like give it a fair shake.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Well, you got it for free, so I don't know. You might like that. But
no, but I don't do that with games. That's one thing. Like I don't do that with games because at the end of the day, it's real people who worked on these games or whatever. So if the game is solid, I'm gonna be like it's solid.
Right.
We got 5 minutes till Redfall, people.
That's dope. We got 5 minutes to the second draft in WWE for me.
Cowboy, what you think about that, bro?
Okay, so here's what's cool. Two things was cool. I think it's dope that Shinsei's going back to Raw, but bro, the one person that didn't get a match yet against Roman just got drafted to SmackDown. If they did that for nothing, I don't know. I might stop watching wrestling. Bobby Lashley and the whole line of Roman beat everybody and their mom. He has never fought. Lashley hasn't got a title shot against him. So I'm not saying Lashley needs to win, but that match needs to happen, bro.
That would have been somebody who you would have thought they would have kept on Smack, put on SmackDown, so it could, because Roman, he needs new competition because he really did run through damn near everybody or whatever. Yeah. So I do think it's cool that AJ is back on SmackDown.
And his whole squad.
His whole squad, yeah. Yo, me Chin though, I don't know if she fit for real, bro. Like
she was so in NXT, she was kind of thug. So I think they, you know how the OCB sometimes.
Yeah.
I think they gotta. I feel like she came out and tried and it didn't work. Yeah. And I kind of thought they were separating, but now that she's still with them, I'm like, all right, let's give her another try. Hey, K9, let's give her one more try.
Look, you think they gonna do anything with Hit Row?
Bro, yo, they might as well just be done again. Remember, they dropped F. What the hell their name is? B-Fab. They dropped B-Fab, and then they brought her back. I don't know.
B-Fab.
Damn. Yeah. I don't know. They try to make him a heel now. I don't know.
No, I'm saying B-Fab is like she is something about B-Fab. You know what I'm saying? It's something about B-Fab.
Hey, hold on, bro. You know who my baby was? my baby was Naomi, man.
Naomi. Oh, hey, Naomi got some.
Naomi
got some. Hey, K9. I went to the Royal Rumble that Ronda came out at the very end and pointed to the sign, right? Yo, we went backstage and I almost got fired because my boss, he was the one that got his ticket, the owner of the company, right? Bro, I'm walking through the hall and Naomi's just walking towards me. I stopped and I looked at her and it's like I couldn't speak. And I was like, Naomi, but she was walking real fast, like she was in a hurry. And I felt if I tried to keep up with her, I would have got lost with them, and I probably would have got fired. I would have made them look the CEO look bad. But bro, I regret the day I didn't get to at least put my arm around her and say, "Can I get a selfie?" Yeah, that was my baby, bro.
You know, I was able to. Oh my god, bro! I was able to touch Sasha Banks and take a picture with her.
Oh man, I'm jealous, bro.
Do you know when Amanda was with me? Amanda was with me, and she was like, "Look, hey, you better not OD." And I was like, "Babe, I'm not, right?" So when she was signing my wrestling belt and stuff, right? I was like, Can we take a picture? And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, Can I touch you? She was like, "Yeah, come here, bro." I was like, "Oh my god." Oh my god. Hey, yo, Cowboy, I was so damn happy, bro.
Yeah, the boss is it, man. The boss is it. She doing big things too.
My baby Monet, Mercedes Monet. That's my baby. And Alexa Bliss. Oh, God.
Yep.
Alexa Bliss, yo. I wonder you think they're gonna when she comes back, they're gonna keep her with Bray Wyatt, or you think they're gonna kind of like cancel that whole
I think so. A lot of people say the issue is when you work with Bray, it kind of follows you. And I feel like because he's such a popular character, it's almost like if he started blowing up, all right, look at it this way. Let's say she come back and say, I don't want to have nothing to do with his whole storyline. All right, fine. You're your own person. And then he comes back and the storyline start blowing up. You will feel stupid.
Right.
So it's like people almost try to always get tied to him because it could help push their career. But I don't know. Look what happened to Bobby Lashley. My man was supposed to have a match with him. Bray can't make it. Now he missed all of Mania. I was so mad, bro. So mad.
Nah, yeah, that sucked for
Yeah,
Bobby. I actually felt bad for him, bro.
I really felt bad, yo. I was like, damn. And you know what's crazy, bro? They should have just kept him versus Brock at Mania. It made sense. They figured, you know what? We're gonna make Bray versus Bobby, and you figured, oh, that was a big deal. You getting to go against Bobby and Bray at WrestleMania. Nope,
Right.
they done messed you up.
Cowboy, why didn't they just because it pissed me off how they handled the Miz at WrestleMania? Why didn't they just have Bobby come out and have Miz and Bobby have a fight? If they was going to have Miz fight two different people, like nobody cared about Pat McAfee, and then
Correct.
Shane McMahon embarrassed himself. Why
Correct.
didn't you just set something up where like maybe the first night Miz is making fun of Bobby Lashley for not having a
Right.
match or whatever, and then the second night Bobby comes out or something
Yeah.
like that, and that way it's at least like okay, at least Bobby had a WrestleMania
At
moment.
least, yeah, legit match.
Yeah.
Instead of winning the Andre the Giant thing on Friday. Come on,
Right.
bro. And you know what's crazy? When he came out on Mania holding it, they was like, "Oh, we about to have it." So, bro, he ain't getting a match. I could tell that. Now you already got your shine. I wouldn't even want to have come out.
Hey yo, facts, man. But look, hey Cowboy, look, it's 8 o'clock. I know you about to watch your
Yeah.
your wrestling. I gotta actually run to the store real quick before I start. this.
Redfall is live, guys. It is live. It is open.
Oh, you know what?
All
I'm
right.
gonna check that. I'm gonna check that out real quick. But yeah, mate, look, hey, great stream, bro.
Definitely, bro.
Look, I'm still a better tipper. Don't let Cowboy lie to y'all.
Hey, listen, man.
Don't
Yeah,
let-
all y'all need to know is watch the video, bro.
Hey, look,
you know,
hey,
you know, I
hey,
can't tip.
hey, my dude waited till after I tipped, so
Hey,
you know,
hey, why you don't worry about those details,
look,
bro.
look,
That
look,
ain't
look,
important.
look, he
It's
got that
just
urban
you know.
world mindset. He got that urban
Nah.
world mindset right now, but
Okay, now the only thing that's important is the number. We don't care about that part. Don't worry about that.
look, all right, bro. But look, man, I'm gonna catch
All
you
right,
later,
bro.
man.
All right, man. Yo, I'm gonna pop in tonight.
All right, bet.
All right, peace. All right, guys, that's none other than K9. Give it up for him. Yeah, all right, he's taking up too much time. But guys, I want you to give it up for my man F Cat. I told you, F Cat is my guy, man. He be holding the show down, man. And you guys got a problem with F Cat, you got a problem with me. So I want to take this time just to thank you, F Cat, man. Bro, lately I've been kind of lazy. You just been super into like once I kind of got out of cloud a little bit. I was like, man, and you have all the stories set up and everything. You follow it because you love it. You know, FCAT truly loves the know and be in the know with gaming. So I appreciate that you actually don't mind sharing your thoughts and your opinions and your views with me and everybody. So thank you for coming on,
No
man.
doubt.
I appreciate it. Definitely want to give you that credit, man. Because you help a whole show go together. You in the chat, bros. You in the chat. You know, I like to put my spin on it. I'm very vocal, but FCAT is the one pulling up the slides and stuff, man. And you guys are the ones commenting back, and we're reading your comments and everything. So it's pretty cool, though. Want to say what's up to Ron, came in the building. Ronan, I didn't give you your proper shout out, but I was reading your stuff that you was writing. And earlier you was talking about PC and all that, and you're back to the consoles. I was reading it. My man Proto, bro, if you're trying to rock, let us know. We got space for you. Talking about PC and bro, if you're trying to rock, my Bluetooth finally died. But yeah. So Purple, thanks for coming in. Also at the tail end, Purple. I ain't gonna let you get me this time. Purple always coming at the end, and next thing you know, we go for a couple hours. Nah, not today. So but yeah, man, this was fun. Always enjoy chatting with you, FCAT, man. I just want you to know that. And I like to say it public, you know. You definitely man, I love talking gaming, but if you wasn't here, I'll be talking about some other stuff. And so I think the majority of people like the game and stuff. And so I like that you you always coming on here, man. Yeah, I know I heard you signed the deal. I seen it. My man Ronan said I signed the contract, Cowboy, 5 years. 5 years with who? You ain't saying who though. With Nintendo?
Yeah, as long as you got the panels like this where anybody can come on, especially me can come on with different topics and discussions and debates or whatever.
Yeah,
even
man.
console wars, whatever.
Even console wars.
It's interesting.
Yeah, we're taking it all, man. It's kind of cool because it's cool that it's like anybody.
It's better than Twitter Spaces.
yeah, 1000%. But we don't want those people on here. But I mean, they could come on here, but once they get crazy, they gotta get booted. But okay, you said Nintendo and PlayStation. All right, so you took the deal, 5-year deal. You're with not with PC no more. You're with Nintendo and PlayStation. All right, I got it. I don't even see. I know where my roots started. Nintendo. Fair enough. And the good video earlier also, Ronan. Checked out your video. But all right, man, we're gonna get out of here. FCAT, man, do me the honors, bro.
Now your mom knows.
Oh, hold up. Right, see, this is the stuff I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. But just hold on real quick, guys. Enter none other than the ruiner of everything enjoyable, Purple Haze. Guys, give it up for Purple Haze.
I just got home, and so I turned it on. You were on the TV, so I was like, let me come on to the thing, and so I didn't know we could hop on.
You know what, Purple? You ain't right. Now you heard me say I want to watch that tonight.
You got DVR, right?
How does wrestling start?
Wrestling started 4 minutes ago.
Oh, all right, started.
You know what it is, Purple? I'm a big fan, but tonight is the last night of the draft. So they do their little, it's all fake, but they do their own draft. So they did it on Friday, and then the end of it is today. So it's like a big deal. But
okay. I'll let you do it. That's part of your content.
Hold on. You can't come on here empty-handed. You on here now. So what's up? Talk to me real quick. What do you think about Microsoft? Right? The big news was that Microsoft might get blocked for 10 years. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I mean, I think I've been everybody gave me a lot of stuff when I said that I thought the deal was going to be blocked, and even you, Cap, right? You didn't give me anything. You wanted to understand it. I said regulators have the ability to delay.
Right.
I always said that, and I said that eventually that delay is going to lead to the deal falling apart. But I've already, in my opinion, Microsoft can do whatever they want to do. The biggest thing, and we're going to probably start hearing this probably closer to June, is the deal is no longer worth 69 or 68 billion dollars. That has been my stand. If you look at the first video I did, it is no longer worth that. And that's where because Microsoft probably will not go above that, and they have a reason not to, because in high interest rates, $1 today is worth more than $1 tomorrow, right? We know that's how interest works. So Microsoft's going to come out and say yo, no, we're only going to give you 68.7. However, Activision Blizzard, if they truly are working on behalf of their shareholders, they can now say that deal is worth around 85 to 90 billion. This has always been, so it's not going to get to that point, right? Activision Blizzard is at the end of the year. Bobby Kotick came out last week and said that there's going to be sending out around $18 billion. That's twice as much that they were sending on 2 years ago. The deal just falls through because the logistics of it just no longer makes sense.
But Purple, do you think that's better so they both could save face?
Yeah, for sure. Well, Bobby Kotick, I've always thought Bobby Kotick was playing Microsoft this whole time. And
I remember, you definitely said that.
Yeah, and just because Bobby Kotick, there's only 1 or 2 CEOs in gaming that are better gaming CEOs than Bobby Kotick, right? And Phil Spencer is not even in that running, right? He's not even he's a nice guy, but he's not like that. So I've always felt like there's no way this was going to happen with Bobby Kotick going under Phil Spencer. That just was never in the cards in my book. It was just a matter of time before the deal actually fell through. But your question was what exactly?
No, so I was wondering what was your thoughts on them, because I think the big thing people's like, oh snap, the joke was Microsoft was giving out 10 years to everybody, and the CMA gave Microsoft 10 years. But but they can appeal it though, so that's the thing. They get a chance to appeal it. And then if it doesn't go through, then that's when they get slapped with they can't come back for 10 years. Is that correct?
It doesn't. Yeah, but it doesn't. No, Microsoft can appeal. The appeal process is not like what people think. The CMA is going off, and this is why I get upset with some of these bigger YouTube lawyer types, because I'm y'all should know better. But again, people do things for clicks. The CMA is going off of their law, right? That it's not like a random group of people who are saying, oh, here's a checklist and this is our decision. they are enforcing the law that is on the books in the UK. And so when you appeal it, what are you appealing it on the grounds of? It's just like everything else. You need to have something like, is there some evidence that you now have that they didn't do? Did they not follow their process? And they followed a very strong process. And the thing about what's going to make this very hard is the law in the UK frowns upon behavioral remedies, which are these contracts in between companies. That's a behavior. You're saying we will do this behavior. That's all that is. The UK frowns on that. And they say you need to do structural remedies. And they said this back in January. And Microsoft has continued to push back, but this is the law. So it's like, where are they going to find the evidence to back on it? That's one.
Well, FCAT said if they could prove that GFN is better than xCloud. It
has nothing to do with it. What it has to do with it doesn't have any like GFN. So let's go back to like
I also said that they might hold up the whole cybersecurity thing also.
Nah, it's not that. Look, and I said this before. You know, there was another big company not too long ago that tried to come into New York and say all this different stuff about if you don't let us do business there, you are anti-business, right? And at the end, and that was Amazon, right? When New York pushed back on the headquarters 2 deal for 25,000 jobs, Amazon made this big old hoopla. But at the end of the day, New York is more important to Amazon than Amazon is to New York. And that's the same thing with UK. The UK is way more important to Microsoft than Microsoft is to the UK.
Well, that's what I was trying to say earlier, because FCAT was, you think they'll pull out. I was like, hell no. First of all, if they pull out of the UK, that would be so bad as far as perception.
Yeah. They're not like, this is just like, that's all this is. They're just like talking a big game, but they're not going to pull that. That's way too much. The biggest issue that Microsoft has with trying to get this deal through because right now they're trying to get public support. Problem with this is no matter what you say, you can't say, oh, this deal is going to create 10,000 jobs. If anything, this deal is going to cut 10,000 jobs, right? That's what happens in mergers and acquisitions. So like you're not like, people don't care enough about, and I've always said this, like, who do you think is following? Like the typical person could not tell you the difference between Xbox and PlayStation. They just couldn't. They don't even know what Activision is or Call of Duty is. So you are really appealing to a handful of people who are gamers. And at the end of the day, the UK has like the evidence that like, no, you are taking a main competitor out of the market. That just that's in itself, how are you, like, you have to like logically say us doing that is better for competition, which doesn't make sense. But at the end of the day, the UK, their case is so tight, right? What they've said is, no matter what, Microsoft, you own this entire vertical. Not only do you have amazing cloud infrastructure that is only that can only be basically challenged by 2 incumbents. Not only do you have an amazing content library that can only be challenged by 2 other incumbents, but you have the operating system that no one else has. So yes, even if the GFN deal, what the regulators are looking at is like, yes, GFN is saying to do this deal. But that's because in order for GFN to stream those games, the game, first of all, has to be bought from Microsoft, right? That's one thing. 2, GFN has to pay the licensing fee to Microsoft. And 3, GFN still is dependent on someone else's cloud to stream the game. GFN will, and so like, yeah, the CMA is looking at it like, after a while, all you have to do is create your own, bring your own games type of service, Microsoft, and then you will undercut GFN. But here's the biggest thing, and no one's talking about it. They keep deflecting to the CMA. The FTC now, Microsoft can do whatever they want. The FTC can do an injunction. which that means the FTC can literally stop the deal in its tracks. Because of what the CMA has, the FTC can now go to the Department of Justice and file for a preliminary injunction, and that will stop the deal from going. And they'll probably get it based upon what the CMA said. Wow. And so now, like, it's basically like, all right, Microsoft, how long do you want to keep on playing this? My opinion is they're gonna, and no one also talks about this. Both Microsoft and Activision have to continue to say the deal's going to go through, because the instant one of them says it is not, that person now has to pay the breakup fee. So Activision, and right now the onus is on Microsoft. So there's no way in the world Microsoft up until July is going to say this deal's not going to go through. They have to put on a great face. But on top of that, you can almost promise yourself Activision is gearing up to file a lawsuit against Microsoft. And that's the other thing that Microsoft is trying to get ahead of right now, is to say, no, we did everything we possibly could.
Right.
But most likely Activision is going to file a lawsuit to say, well, you never talked about the remedies the UK should put on the table. You never wanted to go through there. So did you do everything you could to get this deal through? Like I said, someone's going to pay for it. I believe Phil Spencer's going to pay for this one. But no. I said,
well, let me ask you this. Some people go around that they think Phil Spencer get fired over this. You think he'll be fired?
I think he'll step down. I mean, it's for the simple fact that if your strategy was to grow through acquisition, and now they're saying you can't do that, right? And oh, by the way, you cost us $3 billion. I don't care what anybody says. $3 billion is $3 billion, right? You can't, like, if people are saying like, oh, Microsoft spends $3 billion, like I spent $100. The F they do. No, they don't have that type of money. You know what I mean?
So speaking of GFN, somebody came out and said that GFN's still getting the Xbox games, whether it goes through or not. But there's a clause in the thing that says everybody else might not get the games, like Boosteroid and where.
I mean, FCAT. So here's the question I have for you: who has seen these contracts? Because the FTC has just subpoenaed these companies to get the contract. So who are getting the contracts if the FTC can't get the contract?
Well.
Here's what. Let me ask you this in your professional opinion, Purple. So I look at it like this: Microsoft wanted to give deals because that was to appease the all the powers that was trying to stop them, right? But if they're not going to get what they want, why should they still give GFN and all these other places their games, right? It's kind of like we were doing that to get something, but we can't get something. Why give something? What's your thoughts on that?
Because you still have to. So there's three main regulators that Microsoft has to try to get through, right? We've already talked about two of them on this call. One is CMA and one is the FTC. There's another one, the EU. And the EU is much more likely to take a behavioral remedy than the other two. It's just philosophically, they're more willing to do that. So what I believe you're going to see is in May, the EU is going to let the deal go through. Microsoft is then going to spend that to try to build up more public consensus that this deal should go through and put pressure on the other two. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because...
My question was, if the deal doesn't go through, like it's not going through. They can't go through. They appealed it, not go through. It's blocked. Like it's done, over with. Do you think Microsoft is still going to put their Xbox PC games on all these platforms?
Yeah, because you got to think about it. Of course, see there's a very business reason for this. In order to play the game, there's only two services that you can play the game, because you're right, Ubitus and EE don't have gaming platforms similar to the other two, right? And these two other, GFN and Boosteroid, are just virtual PCs. That's all. It's not like they're really gaming companies at the end of the day, but it's a different story. Right. In order to play the game on GFN and Boosteroid, you still need to buy the game.
Got you.
Right. So if I have, it's like Hi-Fi Rush, right? Let's just use that as an example. I can play Hi-Fi Rush and you beat it in a month on Game Pass. That's $15. If I go play Hi-Fi Rush on GFN or Boosteroid, I somewhere have to pay $30.
Correct.
Right, or 40, whatever it is. Let's say it's 30. So you're paying for a premium to play that game on GFN. So in a way, that premium helps subsidize the Game Pass cost. So of course, it's a no-brainer to say, let's try to put this on as many storefronts as possible. Like, to me, that's a no-brainer. There's nothing there. Now the question is, why won't you put it on Luna? Right? Why won't you put it on Blacknut? Why don't you put it on these other ones that have subscription services where they are getting all the revenue for playing the game? And that's where the CMA is calling Microsoft's bluff.
Yeah, because that's harder. Because then, so you got to figure Microsoft in-house games or their own stuff, right? They're going to take their own little loss, but it's under them, right? But if you throw their games in another subscription service, I think that's a harder loss.
Yeah, we always said that Luna would probably be like the last.
Yeah, because there's no way to purchase the game under Luna. You know,
their competition also.
But and this was my thing with Maker though. There's no way to purchase a game under Ubitus. You made deals with people who don't even have a gaming subscription or a way to so if you're willing to make these deals with these companies, right, then why not just make the deal like to say, well, in Luna in the future you would be if you wanted to go down this path you could. Why not just do that's the thing. And the reason why is because despite what popular opinion is, GFN is not a gaming company. It's renting out a gaming PC.
Right.
And it's really just renting out and Mr. Urban Roll says this all the time. GFN is renting you out a PC and you're only getting like a fourth of the PC.
Right.
So, but yeah, I've continued, and I'll probably make a video here, like what's next, because I think there's a lot of misinformation about what's happening with this deal, like what Microsoft's actual options are and what the different actions of the two different parties are. But in all honesty, Microsoft is just really trying to limit their liability at this moment. And then there's the other question, which is, and I've said this as well, Microsoft probably doesn't want this deal as much as Xbox wants this deal. And that's not a good thing for Xbox. Because I don't think at the end of the day, Microsoft, I think all these companies, unless you're Netflix, have said, we're no longer doubling down on gaming. You're seeing that across the board.
Right.
So, good luck to the people holding out hope for this deal to go through. I think it was dead. I think it was dead on arrival. I don't think Bobby Kotick had any incentive ever to sell his company.
It's so interesting. Well, it definitely gave us all something to talk about for the last over a year.
You got 2 more months. I'm telling you, EU's going to approve the deal. This is going to get everybody excited again. And then it's going to be like this stalemate, like what's Microsoft's doing? And then July, you're going to hear the deal, like Microsoft's going to blame regulators that they couldn't get the deal through, and try to paint them as the bad people. Meanwhile, Bobby Kotick is gonna he played them the whole way. That's my theory.
That's great. All right, well, guys, that's gonna be it. Man, Purple, thank you for jumping on at the end. Is there anything else? I know you said this week you won't be doing your regular Thursday show, but you will be back on Sunday. So I was paying attention to that when you were streaming the other day. Yeah, definitely. You want to tell the people what you're gonna be doing this Sunday and what game you'll be playing. You're playing Bramble, right?
Playing Bramble this Sunday, so hopefully I'll beat it this Sunday coming up, and then the following this next show, so not this Thursday, but the one out, the week after will be actually my 50th show. So I'm going to be doing some giveaways. I'm going to be probably, and you're free to come by, Cowboy. Like I'm going to try to do something different where I kind of just test out a different format that I may do once a month, where I maybe talk about stuff for about 20 or 30 minutes, and then I just have an open line, like a radio show, more or less, and then someone just can come in one on at a time and say what they want to say about whatever topic, but it'll be just like one at a time. Just try that format for a second. So
that sounds cool. Well, I definitely will be. I'll be there, and if I get a chance to get in, I'll be standing in line.
Of course. That's what we'll see. But yeah, giveaways and stuff, and so I'm excited about that.
Ron said, "Where's his show invite?"
It'll be in the chat. It'll be posted at the top of the chat, so it'll be there, Ron.
Amazon Ron. Guys, that's Purple Haze. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Always dropping a little more knowledge than a lot of us, because you always add stuff that I don't hear nobody talk about, the inner workings and behind the scenes of this stuff. So I appreciate that, because that's adding extra value to my content. So
no problem. Thanks you for asking the questions. I'm just trying to get people out there and let them know, educating people. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, it's real, because if somebody watched this show and listen, they could be like, yeah, I heard that. Somebody else covered that. And then they hear you, they be like, oh, hold on. Wait, what? And I think that's cool. And every time I hear you, that's why the one day I heard you mention a bunch of stuff with lo-fi. And when you came on, my thing, I was like, whoa, could you just reiterate some of that? Because I was listening like, oh, that's dope. Like, I didn't even think of that. So that's why I called you the GOAT. I wrote it. Like, listen, because here's the thing, Purple. 1, you game stream. 2, you got a talk show. 3, you're super knowledgeable. I mean, you literally are covering the atmosphere of content creation, so it's really cool. Really cool. And you're entertaining as well. I thought one of the coolest things when you first came around was, here we got a lot of guys, all the bros and this and that, and you was just quick with the witty the comebacks, and I was like, oh, she can hang. And that's what I always thought was pretty cool. So
well, thank you so much, Cowboy, and thank you, FCAT, for letting me share the screen with you again. FCAT, always a pleasure. But I'll let you all get to wrestling. I know I just want to try. I was able to stall for 22 minutes, so I take that as a W.
Well, it definitely is. All right, Purple, thanks for coming on.
I'm on Redfall right now.
Oh, he's playing Redfall right now. Wow. Oh, wait, Purple. Rats. I want to ask her about Redfall. I was curious to know what her thoughts would be on Redfall. Is it gonna be a success or not? Because I can't wait to play it myself, but I'm curious. Some people who are not invested at all in the game, just from the general perception, what's their thoughts? Oh, hold on. Here we go. All right, thank you, Purple. Thank you, Purple. What's your thoughts on Redfall?
I told you, right? I think I'm more of a Dead Island. I thought Dead Island 2 caught my interest more than Redfall did. I think a lot of people are going to play it. I don't think it's what Microsoft actually needs, right? I think it is somewhat still of a niche genre that it's playing to. Obviously you have the people like Doc who are saying that they can't play the game, but at the end of the day, I just don't think that's a popular genre. You know what I mean? But overall, if someone enjoys it, let them. I have nothing against it. It's not I won't probably be playing it. But
let me ask you this:
Left 4 Dead genre, Purple?
What's that?
First-person shooter.
Say it again.
The Left 4 Dead genre or first-person shooters?
Go
ahead, Cowboy.
No, what he's alluding to is, you said you don't think it's something that they need, and he was saying, are you saying a first-person shooter or Left 4 Dead genre?
I think it's both in a way. Like, if you kind of think about where gaming is, the IP that Microsoft really needs to push forward, like there's a lot of these types of shooters out there, right? And if you just look at this game, it's kind of like they kind of went the Fortnite type of graphics, right? They're kind of moving towards that, and it's vampire. It just seems like it's a skin of another game, if that makes sense.
What's funny, Purple? That was my biggest thing. I said, for this type of game being a vampire game, it should have had the graphics of Dead Island 2. It should have had that realistic looking graphics.
Yeah. No, I totally. and this is the thing with Microsoft. This is a big thing with big tech, not because Maker's gonna come jump down my throat if I make fun of Microsoft too much. So just in general, like big tech, you got to think about what do big companies do? They scale. And how do you scale? Like you have to realize your economy is of scale. And what that means is you kind of strip down the individualization of a game and try to have that game do too many things. And so it's trying to be friendly, it's trying to be comical, it's trying to be a shooter, and it's not doing any one of those that well. So yes, if you're one of those people, getting Game Pass and you're happy with Game, just like there was a bunch of people happy with Stadia Pro, you're happy with Game Pass, it's going to do that, and that's great. You're going to play it.
Right. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think it's going to have success or no? Right now, the reviews are very bad. So do you think it's going to, and people are waiting for the 60 frames, right? Do you think it's going to come out at 30 and it's just going to go down and people are just not, it's not going to get revitalized? Do you think this is like a flop, a failure, or you think it might have a chance to come back when the 60 frame mode come out?
Nah, because you got to look at the timing. Unless 60 frames, even if 60 frames comes out later this week, I mean, it's the window right now, and this is why I think they had to move this up so much, which I think has some risk with it. What happens? What happens next week? That's all. That release window is owned by Nintendo, right? And then once you come out a few weeks after that, you're running up into the hype into Diablo. A few weeks after that, you're running up into the hype of
Spider-Man 2.
Which one?
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2 and Final Fantasy 16.
Yep, and then Starfield.
Starfield's in September, so like as far as the summer, and you're going up into like Summer Games Fest and all that. So really, the next is July, which you've now missed. Like all these things have to do with Microsoft's overall earnings. So you've missed the fiscal year. You're now coming up into July and August, which is usually not that big of a time. And so now you're coming back into the fall game slate, right? And now this is where we're starting to see, to your point, you want to make sure there's some runway to hype up your big Starfield game, which is another one that I think it's a niche genre. But
it definitely is. It definitely is. I don't even know why people try to put that one on their back, because I'm telling you, 70% of the Xbox fan base, diehards, I don't even think they're gonna like Starfield. Starfield is super niche, like super niche, right?
Starfield is like a game. Starfield is a PC game from 10 years ago.
Right. Yeah.
That is like literally where it's and so if it's this open world, hopefully it's a great game. Like, and I keep saying Ray the Gaming Cyborg is super psyched for it. I'm like, yo, be super psyched for it. But what I continue to say, as far as console, if we even want to consider this still a console war, I think of this similar to like how when someone asked Serena Williams about the rivalry with Maria Sharapova, right? And they said, yo, what's up with this rivalry? And Serena said, the woman hasn't beaten me in 15 years. What type of rivalry is this? Right? This is what I continue to say about this console. Like, I don't know how much, but it's like, if there is people about the console war type of stuff, this is not it. Like, I continue to think, like, I don't know what it is with their studios. Well, I think I know what it is. It's non-gamers making gaming decisions at the very senior exec levels. But no, to answer your question, I think Redfall has to release early because Microsoft, I think, is very sensitive to their perception in the community, like more so than probably any other gaming company. And so they have to pull this release a little bit earlier than they were thinking, because it was initially going to come out into this week, early next week, but they're moving it up to today. So that's one thing. But two, there's too many Game of the Year contenders launching in the next 6 to 8 weeks.
Right.
No, I don't think when this thing gets to 60 frames, I'm sorry, who's gonna? Yes, the Twitterverse and the YouTubers are gonna be like, oh, there's a patch here, but I'm sorry, like that's the law of gaming. If you mess up in that, like literally a first week mess up, well, screw your game's it's the evidence is damning for that.
And not to mention the reviews are really bad right now. So that's also because some people live off of that stuff. Some people go with a narrative that, well, it's already got really bad reviews, so it's a terrible game, you know, and they're not going to give it a chance to play it themselves. So
yeah, I mean, it's already a tough pill to swallow. Like, meaning like it's a first-person shooter, and the gaming space is littered with first-person shooters, and like that's the problem with games like this is that, well, unless you have some type of story, unless it's some interesting game mechanic, what is different about this? Because the majority of first-person shooters are going to play the incumbent, leading first-person shooters.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's the problem in gaming right now is that people aren't, and this just came out with PlayStation, right? PlayStation just came out that, they're not being able to sell as many games as they would like on average per PlayStation user. Well, that's because more and more people are only playing a handful of games.
Yep. That was me when I was in the Destiny. I played Destiny for 5.5 years straight, and I missed out on so many games. Or I would have game flied them, but I didn't spend much time on. In my mind, I'm like, the time I'm spending with this game, I could be playing Destiny.
That's
so I would play a game for short, and then I'm back to Destiny. And yeah,
and that's how I feel with shooters. Like the shooter I like a lot is Outriders. Now, granted, say what you will about it, but that's the game I'm like I was playing Gears 5, and I was playing it with someone else, and you can ask them, and every 10 minutes I was like, man, I want to play Outriders. Like I'm done with it. And the same thing with Redfall. Like, who is this game for? Like, yeah, it's for the person who plays Game Pass, and they're gonna play every game on Game Pass, and that's it. How many new gamers is that? I don't know. So to your thing about a success, I don't really know what the success metric is Microsoft is using for Game Pass games. But I can tell you that gaining 2 to 3% growth in Game Pass subscription revenue, that's not a huge success. It's not a loss, but that's not a huge success when it comes to business. So, and I don't think this one moves the needle.
We shall see. I'm curious what the numbers are going to look like today and into tomorrow, and I'm curious what the numbers are going to look like when the 60% patch come out, because people like Doc said they will not play it until it's 60. I told Doc, I bet you're going to play it at some point before that patch come out, unless the patch come out really swiftly. But
I'm taking too many L's. Doc has to play the game. Like, I forget who said it was, that dude who was who graded your film on Saturday, Cowboy.
Right. Yeah, this is what is his name? Alex. It's not Alex.
Yeah. So I was watching that because Mr. Urban Roll pinged me and said, "Hey, this is going on," and so but I think it's true. Like, if you think about it over the last, I feel bad for Doc actually. Like, I think he's going through an identity crisis right now, man. Like, if you see Doc, you just kind of like, man, this start with the frames per second.
I wanted to hit him hard. So I was watching one of his streams, and he was like, no, you don't understand. When 60 frames, I was like, bro, you remind me of Doc from Back to the Future. 500 gigawatts. I swear, I was going to put them side by side. I was like, I ain't going to do it to him. But I was like, bro, you reminded me, like, what are we doing now? Like, I said, it must be bad to be on a losing side because you're holding on so hard. It's just looking silly at this point. But anyway.
Yeah, it's like, that's why I said it's kind of like Serena and Maria Sharapova.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you had some victories way back in the 2000s, and yet you're holding on to that legacy some 15, 20 years afterwards. Like, there's a point to where you have to say, like, your success was the exception, like, as far as over in something we always say in sports, and anybody who's ever played sports will tell you this. Did you win because you won, or did you win because PlayStation lost? Like, you always, like, did I lose or did the other person beat me? And you always want to say the other person to beat you because that means you did your best and they just did better. But in reality, Microsoft does well when either Nintendo or PlayStation F up.
Right.
Or something, or there's no one else is there. And that's not a knock on them. Like, I play Xbox. Like, I think Xbox is the easiest place to game right now for me. That's just truth. Like, I bought the game, you know, whatever, Bramble, I could have bought it on GFN. I bought it on Xbox. It's the easiest place. But as far as a game company goes, there's nothing there's nothing really inspiring where I'm like, yo, I can't wait for that game to come out.
Yeah, makes
and
sense.
that is like, I think when you start losing that, because this is all fun, right? This is all allowing us our imagination. We're all like big kids.
Right.
If I'm not getting lost in what you're doing, it's like going to a toy store and you don't like any of the toys. You know what I mean? Like there was always those toy stores that you went to that had the toys you really liked. And then there's a toy store that you went to that was like at Hallmark or something that your mom's like, you know, like
yeah,
like you're like, yeah, I don't want to play. These are fun toys, like, you know. And that's why I feel like we're like, I don't know. So it circles back to the beginning of what I said. If Microsoft can't acquire their way to success, this means that they need a different philosophy. And usually when you're talking about a different philosophy, you need a different leader.
So I go with what Lono says, and that they should focus all that money on their own stuff and make themselves better.
Yeah, I mean, it's about games. So
yeah. Unfortunately, FCAT, here's the thing. That money isn't Xbox's money. That money is Microsoft's money. And I think the most damning thing for Xbox happened over the last 4 months. And that was, the first thing was ChatGPT has gotten a ton of FaceTime with people who never were using a Microsoft, were never using Bing. That in itself is that has gotten more people using Bing than Xbox will ever get using Xbox. Just on that. The second thing happened last week. And that is Microsoft not only beat their expectations on earnings, they blew past it. So when you're a business, like, it's just simple. You're like, why are we going to invest $70 billion in that thing? Let's invest it in the things that are actually moving the needle. And that's everything not named personal computing, not named gaming. Right. So I think that's the thing. Like, Microsoft, I would not be surprised, and I hope it doesn't happen because these are real people. And I think a lot of times personalities don't realize there are jobs at stake here that have nothing to do with $70 billion deal, have nothing to do with stuff like.
Before you say it, I was about to ask you that. Do you see Microsoft closing down the gaming division?
I don't know if they'll close down the gaming division. But I think what they'll do is the same thing all these other tech companies are doing, which is they're going to get refocused, right? They're going to start trimming the fat if they haven't already, and then start really like saying, what is our money makers, and putting the efforts towards that. I think that's the thing. Because they're trying to do too many things right now, and they're not doing them well.
I'll say this: the fact that gaming quadruples or dwarfs the movie industry, I don't think they would fully get out. Well, here's the thing: Microsoft is one of the top big gaming companies, right? So yeah, they're doing bad. Yeah, it's not looking good, but it's about games. If they could turn it around, get the couple good games in there, it's perception is key, right? And we're gamers. We're so small-minded. The perception is the difference between 4 or 5, 3 or 4 or 5 games, right? You get 3 or 4 hits in 1 year. Gamers like, oh, look at that. And so at the end of the day, I don't. Now again, I was wrong with Google. I always felt Google wouldn't drop out because cloud gaming one day would be big deal. But you know, the difference between Google and Microsoft is Microsoft gaming division is known. Google's wasn't. So Google could sit. Go ahead.
So what I was going to say about that though is, so I know it's not making big news here in the United States, but Google, as far as cloud gaming from a business perspective, and I get that that's not for the gamers, they don't care, but from a business perspective, Google is making huge moves right now. Google Cloud is making like virtually almost everybody keeps talking about PlayStation and their live service games. And I posted about this last week. PlayStation's looking to use Google to help them launch their live service games.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Nintendo is using Google in their backend. Capcom Street Fighter 6 is using all of Google. Like Activision Blizzard King, Diablo 4 is using all of Google. So Google, I think, is looking at it from a different angle.
Right.
And that is to rebrand themselves as we have like the most consistent cloud that is powering some of the most innovative games.
Right.
And then coming back later on, if cloud gaming ever takes off, and then Google will say, like, we learned our lesson here, we're back in the game. That would be further down. As we're Microsoft right now, like I said, what is their pivot? If their pivot was to buy everything, you kind of have to say, like, okay, you have the studios, you have the IP, but you need to develop something. I think if Microsoft's in kind of this purgatory.
Well, you got to think though, they have more studios than Sony. So these studios, again, we would like to think they're working on games right now, as is, right? So you give a year or two, hopefully some new games could come out and they're actually good.
You would hope. I think the difference is Sony's always had. Look, I don't even have a PlayStation. Because many people, like, I have Xboxes, but I just know big tech. Sony is a creative company. Sony has 2 of the top 5 game studios currently: Santa Monica and Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog. Yeah.
2 of the top 2. Microsoft has studios that were amazing, but a lot of those teams have left to go build other studios.
Right.
And so you have amazing IP, and they showed this in the CMA filings, Microsoft doesn't have the right amount of resources put towards the studios to begin with. Like Call of Duty has 3,000 developers. Microsoft's biggest studio has like a few hundred. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I hope I like Microsoft, but I don't really care too much about their first party stuff first.
Well, it's definitely cool. Man, I can't believe wrestling came on 46 minutes ago, but I love it. I live for this stuff. My wife texted me like, "Yo, you still streaming?" I said, "I'm coming." But
I try to do it. It's a super success. I was able to extend it for a little bit. So
yeah, I appreciate it. It's good stuff though. That's the thing. Like, it's really good stuff. And before, like, if anybody's watching this after, because people watch later on, I always got a couple people who comment after the fact, and I think it's cool. But they're gonna get to the end and be like, "Whoa, this was totally a different." The anchor, the show gonna anchor a little bit different, which is gonna be cool. So it's gonna be a really good stream that is gonna be filled out. But with that being said, I am gonna get off and go watch some wrestling. I'm not gonna ask either of y'all if there's any last thing you want to say. We're just gonna close this thing out. So Purple, thank you. FCAT, thank you. For all the people watching and all the people in the comments, thank you. And we'll be back tomorrow. Me, FCAT, Proto, and who else said they was rocking with us? Urban. There you go. So come check us out tomorrow. I know by then FCAT will probably have all the games all the guns in the game unlocked and all that stuff. But we'll be doing it tomorrow. So with that said, could you close us out, my man FCAT?
Once again, and now your mama knows.
I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy! Oh, man!
And now, your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon!